Up right there. Will that stay? We'll find out. All right, what's happening, party people? Welcome to the first of the month. It's July, and that means we got to talk about all the gaming news that happened last month. I've been thinking about making this a weekly stream for gaming news, but that just might be too much. It's either constant barrage of the gaming news, or we talk about things that are almost quite literally a month old, such as the everything announced at the Summer Game Showcases. So there is a lot to cover. A lot happened on top of just the regular, like good, bad, and the ugly that happened last month in terms of the gaming space and all of that. Layoffs, game cancellations, all of the usual bad. We had Summer Game Fest. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. It's hard to tell, because I'm only getting like that much of the article name. But I think somewhere in the realm of, I have like 10 tabs open right here. So yeah, I guess the best we can do is just start. I'm just going to go right down the line. This isn't going to be in any particular order. This isn't going to be in the order of events. This is just going to be a big old shotgun blast. There's a lot to cover today. And if we have time at the end, we will be doing some more God of War. It is Tuesday, so some more God of War 2018 if we have time. So to start with, we have everything announced at the Future Games Show Summer Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025. It's all going to be just horribly long names like that. So I believe this is one of the last showcases from the Summer Game Fest, that whole week-long. Anyway, we have a video game for The Expanse, which was a TV show. I'm trying to remember. Novel, yeah. Beloved novel and TV series, The Expanse. So, continuation of that for people who are interested in... Let's see if we can get some gameplay. No? No gameplay? Oh boy, we love CG trailers. We love cinematic trailers that show us nothing. I feel like it's going to be a whole lot of that. Alright. Echoes of the End. World premiere trailer revealed the high fantasy brawler. Let's see if we can get some combat. From Merkur Games and Deep Silver. I like Deep Silver. I'm excited for another Deep Silver game. Would it be easier? Okay, so I'm looking at... This is where my cursor is. Would it be easier? Can I... Okay. Oh, you guys can't see my cursor. Awesome. Narrative-driven third-person adventure game coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox. It's exciting. Yeah, I want to be excited for this, but for a lot of this genre of game, it really takes me getting my hands on it to understand what makes this game click. Because right now, this looks like every other double A... Yo, Blair, what's going on? This looks like every other double A fantasy game. Not to say it looks exactly like, say, Clair Obscur, but a lot of these games on paper or just in trailers do look the same. It's going to take me, experiencing the story. It is a narrative-driven third-person adventure game. So if it's narrative-driven, I'm going to have to play the story to really see what makes this game click. I like the real-time combat. Yeah, this isn't exactly going to be one that I'm, keeping my eye out for, but neither was Clair Obscur. And I watched my partner play Clair Obscur, and that's a fucking phenomenal game. I adored Clair Obscur. I adored just watching my partner play Clair Obscur. Might play it on stream someday, I don't know. But no, that was a great game. And again, it was just like this, another generic dark fantasy game. A lot of these dark fantasy games just look the same on paper. Whispers in the Fog. Haunting world premiere trailer Whispers of the Fog aired during this year's Future Games Show Summer Showcase. First person, psychological horror experience, extremely talented solo developer. I'm sorry, a solo developer? I'm sorry, this was made by one person? I am absolutely keeping an eye out for Whispers in the Fog. I love horror video games. Over the last year, I've really come to terms with that fact, because I'm not a horror movie person, but I've really come to grips with the fact that I adore interactive horror experiences, so gonna be keeping an eye out for that one. I'm actually gonna, maybe keep a note here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I don't think I'm, nah, I don't want to. Here's a... And of course, the sticky note I was going for fell. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna write a note real quick. Whispers in the Fog. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Seven Deadly Sins Origins. It's a Seven Deadly Sin game. For people who liked the Seven Deadly Sins anime or manga or what have you, it's so generic. It's so generic. I don't like any of the characters. I'm sure this is for somebody. I never want to get down on games that I know are coming for or are created for an established fan base. I know Seven Deadly Sins has its fans. So that's for somebody, and I'm so happy for them. The Finals. Wow. Embark Studio, explosive new trailer for The Finals. Hectic destruction forward as ever in Season 7. So this is a pre-existing game I've never fucking heard of. Arena contestants will be pleased to hear the new season lands. I have no idea what the fuck this is. What's that? It's another first-person arena shooter? Who gives a flying fuck? Again, look, if it's been going on for 7 seasons, it's gotta be, somebody's gotta be playing this. So you know what? So happy for them. Herdling. Flock tending adventure. Stunning painterly art style. We winning? It's hard to tell. There are a lot of games that I am excited for, but there are more games that I'm not excited for, is the unfortunate thing. Like, this looks like a real chill time, if I'm being honest. Again, not one that I'm super keeping my eye... I'm not super keeping my eye out for, but this feels like something... I'm gonna wait for reviews. I'm gonna wait to see what the consensus is. This looks like one of those indie darlings that isn't gonna make waves, but people are gonna remember very fondly. Sleep Awake. Psychological thriller... Few games have my eye on? I mean, everybody's got their own taste, you know. I'm sure that's something I always want to get across, which is why I don't want to always skip over, unless it's a very universal... Blumhouse Games! I forgot about them. I forgot Blumhouse is doing games now. Unless it's a universally, we all know what this is, I'm not gonna skip over it. Like, if they announce a new Street Fighter game, if they announce, even though Street Fighter 6 just came out, like, what, 2 years ago now? Like, it's still going strong. Like, it's still new enough. Wait. There's one very classic 2D Zelda game. That's That's not ringing a bell. It might come up because we have a lot of tabs open here to talk about all the kind of different games that were shown off early in June. So real quick, psychological thriller, creatively directed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops: The Line and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails. Excuse me? Please, Blumhouse, make better games than you make movies. Oh my god, Sleep Awake. That sounds absolutely phenomenal. I'm so excited for that, actually. But yeah, the reason why I don't want to immediately skip over a lot of games is because every game has an audience. Every game is made for somebody. Unless it's a game that we can all agree on, it's like, yeah, we know what this is. Like, if it's a sports game. Sports games have their audience, but I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes talking about, like, oh, in the new FIFA, in the new NFL Madden game. It's like, it's an American football game. Madden is an NFL football game. If you know American football, there's your game. Like, NBA games, 2K NBA games. We know what those are. The finals. I have no idea what the fuck the finals is. Looking at it, I now know that's an arena combat shooter. Probably online, if it has seasons. So yeah, I'm super excited for other people to be excited for that. The 7 Deadly Sins game. It's an anime game. Anime games are either fighters or the most bare bones JRPG. So you know what? Super excited for that for people who are fans of 7 Deadly Sins. But yeah, Sleep Awake looks good. Eric's-Holm: The Stolen Dream. Can we get to some... Since we're watching these muted, can we get to some gameplay? Is this the gameplay? Isometric stealth game set in the 1900s. Team delved into the inspirations underpinned the cinematic turn-of-the-century adventure. Okay, so it's just people talking about the game. Can we see more gameplay? Isometric stealth. That's interesting to me because when it comes to stealth games, I like as much freedom of movement in the camera as possible. I like being able to see as much as possible in a stealth game. So it's interesting to me to make it an isometric game where you have fixed camera angles. Yeah, okay, here we go. Huh. I always like seeing innovations in the space. I like seeing... Tides of Tomorrow looks very interesting. If we get to it on this list, I'll definitely share my thoughts on that. I'm just going down the list of everything. Like I said, I have about 6 or 7 tabs open for just the showcases. There were more showcases than that, but I just found articles for all of... I have articles for all of these showcases I could find articles for. There's a lot to get through today. So... That's interesting. I'm willing to... I want to see what people think of that. That is not... Oh, I'm on the fucking... No, over here. This is my tab. Okay. Christ. It's interesting... It's an interesting perspective for a stealth game, and I'm willing to give it a chance, but... We'll see. We'll see if isometric gameplay works for a stealth game. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but... The Explorator. The Explorator? Window into the world of this cartoon shooter. Go on. Can we see gameplay and not just environments? Early access on Steam right now. Oh, that looks like a colorized version of that Mouse Detective game coming out. I'm gonna write that one down too. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it's in early access. Explorator. Stalker-inspired gameplay. Oh. Interesting. Constance. Trailer revealed the premise behind this handcrafted Metroidvania. You wield a paintbrush to fight the effects of a decaying inner world. Okay, so it's an indie version of Epic Mickey, I hope. It's morally justifiable Epic Mickey. Those are some pretty fluid animations. Ah, shit. That's the stuff I hate from Hollow Knight. I'm sure this is going to go crazy with the Metroidvania crowd. This honestly looks really good. It's going to come down to gameplay. That's going to come down to how that game feels, if I'm being honest. Because a lot of these games, like, it's not just about innovating anymore on the genre, you also have to get a lot of it right. Which is why, like, the Soulsborne games or the Souls-like games don't always super work. Is like, yeah, that's an interesting world or an interesting story, but gameplay for this subgenre of action game has been refined so much that if it's not operating on this, like, top tier of what people expect the gameplay to feel like, people are going to say, oh, it's fine, it's clunky, you know, the gameplay. There are a lot of subgenres of games that are, at the end of the day, the backbone is the gameplay. No matter how interesting of a world or interesting of a mechanic you introduce, if the gameplay itself doesn't feel good, no matter how cool your gimmick is, gimmick's not the right word. Gimmick has a weird connotation to it. I don't know if I'm articulating this well, but the idea of a game where the unique selling point, the USP, is, say, oh, you wield a paintbrush and maybe you can paint things into creation, you can use thinner to destroy things. If the combat and the platforming doesn't feel good, I feel like the USP of the Metroidvania doesn't hold as much water. And again, this isn't like my favorite genre either. It's not something that I'm going to defend to the end of the earths. It's just something I've noticed. 16? Alright, let's get this ad out of the way. Cool, it didn't let me skip that ad. It just started another ad. Guess what? I'm not sponsored by Red Bull. You can get the fuck out of here. I'll have my eye. I figured. Like, this looks beautiful, if I'm being honest. I really want to give this game a chance. It is doing some gameplay stuff from Hollow Knight that I don't like. I hate pogoing in Hollow Knight, if I'm being completely honest. I just can't get it to work for me. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and number 16 for pull a Pokemon card. Greavard! It's my boy Greavard. I don't get how you look down and swing, that's it. So, the problem is, when I'm playing, I'll just grab a controller real quick. Ah! I think I found out why I couldn't find the stream earlier. Madness, you weren't following? What happened? Dang. I see how it is. Alright, but also it should have sounded like this. I don't know why it doesn't work. Here's the thing. Subscriptions work sometimes. If people are already following and then they subscribe, sometimes that works. Anyway, Greavard. It's my precious baby boy Greavard. The best dog Pokemon has ever done. This is a basic psychic type Pokemon, even because there's no ghost type in the TCG. 70 health points. It is number 971. The ghost dog Pokemon, height 2 feet, weighs 77.2 pounds. For 1 psychic energy, Greavard Gamboling. it does 10 times damage. This attack does 10 damage for each Psychic-type Pokemon in your discard pile. 2 times weakness to Dark. 30 damage resistance to Fighting. Retreat costs 2 normal energy. I love Greavard. I love Ghost-type Pokemon. Anyway, what I was saying about playing with a controller for Hollow Knight, when I'm playing with the stick, even if I'm pushed down, if I'm pushed in either direction even slightly, it'll attack left and right before it'll attack down. It prioritizes attacking left and right before it prioritizes attacking down. So specifically, so the attack movement feels better. Movement feels better with the stick. However, if I want to attack down, I can be as precise as possible by hitting making sure I didn't accidentally turn it on, by hitting the down button. PS controller problem? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that's basically my issue, is if I want to be as precise as possible when pogoing or attacking downward, I have to switch quickly from the thumbstick to tapping the down button when I attack. So it's a double input for an attack, and then go right back to movement. I can't keep it as fluid as I want to, because the game prioritizes left and right attacks over downward attacks. So it has to be as down as possible. It can't be down, left, down, right. Anyway, put those back. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Constance. Paintbrush. Titan Quest 2. What was Titan Quest 1? Grimlore Games Greek mythology-infused follow-up, cult classic action RPG. Show me the gameplay. That's just Greek Diablo. Anyway, I hope people are excited for that. I'm sorry, it's Greek Diablo with bullet hell. Fuck that. That's Greek Diablo bullet hell. It's been 92 recently. It is currently 11 a.m. and it's sitting at 80 degrees here. Call of the Elder Gods. Eldritch follow-up to Out of the Blues 2020 adventure puzzle game Call of the Sea. Stars Yuri Lowenthal and is coming to PC and consoles. I love me some Yuri Lowenthal. Eldritch Follow. I wonder if it's a direct sequel or like a spiritual successor. Do we have a... Okay, I imagine that's pretty close to what gameplay will look like. I imagine a lot of these are like in-game environments. Sammy's British, he doesn't take heat well. Damn. 67 sound. Hang on. Yeah, let's do some Celsius conversions right now. F to C. So for I mean 92 does not 92 is bad. Like, I don't want to undersell what Sammy's, because here's the thing. I understand humidity. I understand when shit is muggy. I understand humidity. With extreme humidity, how's it designed to trap heat? Yes, no, I get it. Oh my god, believe me, I get it. Because 92 is atrocious. I would say, like, it's been, we haven't had any 100 days. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's like 33 Celsius. Here it's currently 26 degrees Celsius. I guess... Hang on. Yeah, I would say anything over 20 degrees... Oh god, ow. Oh, that snuck up on me. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That was like a hiccup, and then the hiccup immediately turned into a burp. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Ow. Yeah, anything over 20 degrees Celsius is horrible to me. So I get it. Ow. Oh. Oh, did I lose? Okay, we'll just leave that on top. Alright, yeah, so Call of the Elder Gods. A follow-up to Call of the Sea. I remember Call of the Sea, but I never played it. So, maybe one I'll keep my eye out for, I don't know. I would probably play Call of the Sea before. Ascendant. Oh, this looks annoying. This immediately looks annoying. Biopunk World? What the fuck does that mean? Capture the flag on crack is how this game is described. I don't know if anybody just saw that. Hard. Capture the flag on crack. That sounds horrible. Yeah, no, not. Player versus everyone. FPS. Variants embedded in each match. This looks very, like, almost... I don't know how to describe, like, 3 biocores. It looks so dude bro-y. It looks so dude bro-y and annoying. Like, this dude just said hard. What? I'm like, I have it muted, so we can't hear what is actually being said, but... Yeah, no. Do not care. Lost Eidolon's Veil of the Witch. Gameplay. Oh boy. I love Fire Emblem. Turn-based roguelike strategy game. That's for somebody. Oh, I can't yuck everybody's yum. That is for somebody. Turn-based roguelike strategy game. Reclaim a perilous and mystery... Fight to reclaim a perilous and mystery-toting island. Sure. I will not be playing that. Papucom. A match 3 shooter. A match 3 shooter. What? Huh? You know what? You know what? It doesn't look it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Like, the boss that they're fighting there had, like, the body was made out of lined up, like, paintballs, and they were grabbing paint pickups off the ground to, like, change the color of the snake creature. So you're slowly... The health bar of the snake creature is its length, so you're dwindling it down. That doesn't sound... Oh, man. I'm gonna write that down. I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't look like it would totally be for me. But that is innovative enough. That is unique enough to where I'm interested. I just hope it's not 2-player only. They're showing a lot of co-op. Or maybe that's a... players will team up with their friends and embark on a color-switching challenges. Co-op platforming adventure. Wonder if it's going to be co-op only. Firefighting simulator. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to games where it's like, if we all know what it is, we can move on. Firefighting simulator. Yep, that's a firefighting simulator. You play as a firefighter. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs. BFA. A comedic simulator where you play as a quest inspector who must make sure everything is up to code before the hero's story begins. Okay, so this is one of those, this is like a store simulator game, or what was it, there was that potion seller simulator. Okay, this at least looks unique in that it's a simulator game. It's one of those games where it's like, oh, big fantasy world. You're not the main character. You are an NPC. That seems fine. I'm more interested in this than I am in the firefighting one. You know? I hope the best for this developer. That's not... Oh, God, I just saw the name of the next game. Waifu Tactical Force is a high-octane movement shooter. A high-octane movement shooter with Y2K and anime aesthetics that was revealed during this year's summer showcase. Coming in 2026, pre-alpha open playtest available on Steam if you can't wait to check it out. Is there any game? Okay. Alright, so it's just an online shooter. And the whole USP is that anime girls. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner. I'm surprised this hasn't existed sooner. It's called... Yeah! Wait, Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, well... In Zenless Zone Zero, you can play as a boy. This looks just waifus. No husbandos. No husbandi Namcos. You know, sure. That's for somebody, and I don't want to be their friend. Hirogami. ZZZ is a hack and slash? I'll take your word for it. I have friends who play Hoyoverse games. Specifically, I have friends who play a lot of Genshin and a lot of the other one, Honky Star Rail. I've watched my housemate play it too much. Stunning platformer inspired by ancient art of paper folding, origami, Hirogami graces the summer showcase with a vibrant gameplay trailer. It's coming to PC, PS5 in September. Okay. So an issue that I have with a lot of newer 3D platformers is that the worlds tend to be too large. Like, this right here is an issue I have. If we just want to look at this gameplay real quick. He swears he hasn't put in money, but every time I watch he has a new anime girl. So, an issue that I have with a lot of modern 3D platformers is that the environments and the player character are not scaled in a satisfying way. Like, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 era platformers, those were scaled fine. For some reason, when we hit the Xbox One PS4 era, we got this. Look at how huge this environment is. Like, this area does not need to be this big if the player is this small. On screen, if the player is this small, Yooka-Laylee had this issue. Yooka-Laylee had this issue where there would be massive environments, and you are the size of, like, a pinky finger. Like, you could just hold up your pinky to the screen and be like, yep, that's me. It's not hard to get new characters in ZZZ. Yeah, I mean, all of them are sort of gacha. So it's about, like... Because you can have variants of the same character with different stats, from what I understand. And there's, like, S-tier drops for certain characters. So you can play as any character that are just garbage versions of those characters. Or you can pay money to raise your odds of getting better versions of those characters. I think is how that works. Anyway, yeah, I do want to be excited for this. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write down Hirogami. I'm glad we're entering the indie space of 3D platformers. 2D platformers, first-person indie games, they've been around for a long time, but in terms of, like, the nostalgia, what people are trying to emulate now, we're starting to reach that PS1, PS2 era of emulating that feel. That's where the nostalgia is. So we're starting to see a lot more games inspired by that era. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for this. I don't like how far away that camera is. I do not like how far away that camera is. If I'm tiny on a screen, that does not feel good to play. Like, relative to the size of the environments. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, but that does not look great. Yeah, I'll at least keep an eye out for it. Eve Frontier. Is this like Eve Online? Alright, this is the sequel to Eve. The studio's hardcore sandbox MMO in space. Okay, so this is Eve Online, but in space. Gotcha. Formula Legends? That's a racing game. It's a retro racer from 3D Clouds that propels you through the history of motorsport. That's at least an interesting USP. Where it's like, it's not just, oh, this is a cool racer with lots of cool cars. It's like, okay, so here's where racing began, and it takes you through the history of, like, F1, it seems. Little derby cars. Get out of here, ads. That's at least interesting. I'm not a big racing game fan. You know, if I do have an itch every now and then to play a racing game, but never seriously. It's just kind of like, I want to drive around, which is what, like, The Crew 1 was really good for. I was big into The Crew 1 just to drive around. Ones to play. Oh, okay, lots of, just a quick fire showcase. Catastrophe. Alright, that's just like a 2D kind of bullet hell style. That looks fine. I'm sure that's for somebody. Phase Zero. Oh, hello, Resident Evil and Silent Hill inspired. Okay. I might actually keep an eye out for that one. I like horror games. And actually, off stream, I've been playing Resident Evil Remastered, the 2002 remake of Resident Evil. I've been playing that one off stream. And it's pretty good. Resident Evil 1's pretty good. Bloodgrounds. Not a huge fan of chess with extra steps. The fuck is that? How to Escape Lost Submarine. Okay. Puzzle game. Nice. Sick. Ahoy! Do we need another naval combat game? We've already figured out that these don't do well. No gameplay? No gameplay. It's a cinematic trailer for another naval combat game. Ahoy. Skull and Bones already proved there's no audience for this. Funding the game is now live on Kickstarter. I gotta look. Ahoy on Kickstarter. Holy shit. Funded in 21 hours. They needed like 100,000. They have raised $600,000. What do you mean? Nobody plays these. We've already proven that. These games have already come and gone. Nobody plays these. Or if they do, they already have the one they want to play. We have like 3 good naval games, and one of them is a World in Cage 3, Just Give Up. Cage 3 had okay naval combat. I liked, so this is a really contentious point in my relationship. So my partner adores, absolutely adores really early Assassin's Creed games. Like Assassin's Creed 2 is one of her favorite games ever. She loves Ezio, little Italian slut Ezio. But a really contentious point in our relationship, again, nothing serious, it's just something we disagree on, is that Assassin's Creed 4 was good. I liked Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I liked the naval combat of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. My partner said, in her words, why would you take the worst part of Assassin's Creed 3 and make a whole game about it? And she does not like the naval combat of, to be fair to my partner, she doesn't like driving anything in video games. When she played Final Fantasy 15, you can just not drive the car in Final Fantasy 15. You can just have NPCs drive the car in Final Fantasy 15 to locations. You can just like set a location and be like, hey, idiot, Ignis, drive us there. And so she would just hang out in the passenger seat. She does not like driving anything in video games. So I get it. I understand that from the perspective that, like, it's not that the naval combat in Assassin's Creed 4 is bad. She doesn't like naval combat. She doesn't like driving, which I get. I understand that. Like, she doesn't care for, like, Mario Kart games, because it's driving. Yeah, no, like, but you know what? I played, what's the Rare one? What's Rare's, Skull and Bones? What is that Rare pirate game? Sea of Thieves, thank you. I played Sea of Thieves at launch. Me and a bunch of friends, like, pre-ordered it. And, we pre-ordered it. We played it. It's gotten better. I have played it since launch. Man, anyway. Another spotlight montage. Let's just, Flickshot Rogues, Underpar Golf Architect, Ascend to Zero. Flickshot, oh my god. They're Pogs. This is like actually just like the marbles get, like how you normally or traditionally play marbles. Underpar Golf Architect. This kind of looks like 2 Point. Like 2 Point Campus, 2 Point Hospital. I mean, I don't respect golf, but golfing games are fine.
Yeah, I heard it's a secret layer.
Get out of here. No, I can't. Why can't I skip this ad? Fuck you. I hate this Amazon ad. I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting the same Amazon ad for like 4 months, and I can't fucking stand this Amazon ad. Get out of here. Back from ad hell. All right. I'm gonna back it up real quick because I missed Ascend to Zero. But yeah, oh yeah, what I was saying is just that I don't respect golf as a real sport, but mini golf is fine because that doesn't take up as much real estate. Like if people need to play physical golf, mini golf is so much better. And virtual golf video games are also fine. Animal Kind. Oh my god, wait. Is this like a... Why are they getting in mechs? This is just Minecraft, but you play as a dog. What? Oh my god, the raccoon hangs on. Wait. That's really cute. Animal kind looks really cute. Don't wake the beast. What? Oh, interesting. Okay, so you play as a thief going into a dungeon, not a like warrior adventurer. Instead of combat, oh, there's cones of okay, yeah, there's cones of visions for enemies. And you can like rope trick to hide. Okay. I mean, that's an interesting take. That's an interesting like different take on a dungeon explorer. Oh, this game so desperately wanted to be a DS game. Drawing circles and shit. Moving a stylus around. This game so desperately wanted to be a DS game. Real quick, I just want to look at that again. Huh. Looks like it's a little, like, Pikmin-style puzzler. Interesting. Draw circles to get worshippers and stuff. Killed by indestructible bots. Scum. During this year's GamePires revealed that the studio's Prison Riot survival game Scum will launch out of early access on June 17th. So this is out. I'd rather buy WinRAR. Killed by indestructible robots. They're only putting up bad reviews of the game. Wait, that's kind of based. Nobody wants to micromanage their poop. Yeah, no, that's true. Wait. So I don't want to play this game at all? Truly a game for masochists. Yeah, this game sounds fucking awful. But also, that's really fucking based. Penis sliders are a new low for society and gaming. Games trash, don't buy it. 2,000 hours played. Wait, no, that's really funny. 2,000 hours logged. Games trash, don't buy it. Wait. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Open world survival. Yeah, like... How very original. It's got a penis slider. I have to buy it now. You don't. Don't buy this game. This game genuinely looks awful. Nobody wants to micromanage their poop. That's very true. I understand putting a hunger meter in a video game, but putting a poop meter, putting a bowel meter. Yeah, no, this game looks bad. I will say it's very funny though to just put up bad reviews of your game. That is very endearing to me as a consumer. To be able to, like, if your game takes the piss, if your game is able to laugh, like, at itself or with, like, the consumer, that is very endearing to me. I hope this game does well. It does not need to exist. That's a dinosaur. Death Ground. Dug into the deadly dinosaur players will be running from in Jaw Drop Games' upcoming cooperative thriller. Can I see gameplay and not the developer faces? Wait. That's... No. No. That's just the Evolve logo. Look at the guy's shirt. The logo for the game. Death Ground. Wait, is there... Will I be able to see it in its entirety? Will they show it? Will they show it? Will they show it? That's just the Evolve logo. With like the bloody like claw print behind it from the monster. Is this just Evolve with dinosaurs? I mean, I wanted Evolve to work. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of Evolve's few defenders. I thought Evolve was fun. I really liked Evolve. I think it just needed some balancing. Anyway, Hell is Us. All right. Don't give me a deep dive. Deep dives are always like interviews with people about what makes the game. Just show me gameplay. Rogue Factor's new weird action adventure. Why is new weird capitalized? What is new weird? Is new weird a genre? Hell is Us, Rogue Factor's new weird action adventure. It should be like new, comma, weird action. What? What is new weird? I'm overthinking it. Okay, it looks generic. Again, this is one that I'm gonna have to see reviews on. People are gonna have to tell me if this is good or not. That just looks like Dark Souls combat. Alright. So happy for... This is going back to that thing I was saying before with Constance. Is, this genre is so oversaturated. If this does not play as one of, like, the best one of these ever, it's gonna fall by the wayside. No matter how good the story is, if people don't like playing it as much as they like playing, I don't know, fucking Elden Ring, it's not gonna make waves like the developers want it to. Fading Echo. Oh my god, I'm actually so excited for Fading Echo. This immediately went on my Steam wish list. So it's like a desert world, and you play as a water elemental. And, oh yeah, Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey. That's not the reason why I got excited for it. I mean, yeah, Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey, these are voice actors that I like. But the main character, Samantha Baert is the voice actor for Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3. And they were talking about going from like a fiery character to a water-based character, and they're like, it was just so weird. It's so fun going outside of my box, you know, trying something new. I'm so used to playing, and like I am very much a very Karlach type person. So yeah, I'm excited for a lot of the performers in this game, and also it looks good. I think this game looks good. It's got a vibrant world. It's got a lot of warm tones, so playing as a water elemental type person, a lot of the cool colors really pop. We just need Ben Starr, and it's perfect. You're so right. Jasmine Bhullar sounds familiar too. I don't know that name off the top of my head. I'm just gonna look up Jasmine Bhullar. Game Master on Dimension 20? Is that where I... Okay, lots of D&D stuff. Okay. Oh, Reva on Critical Role. Okay. Game Master on Dimension 20. Acquisitions Incorporated. Faster Purple Worm. Kill Kill. Okay, Reslayer's Take. Okay. Yeah, so just like D&D content that I'm familiar with. Okay. Is Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill still around? Oh my god, they haven't announced. Please, more episodes of Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill. I adore this show. It's such a funny concept to me. More episodes of Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill, please. Anyway, got distracted. Yeah, no, like, this is one that I'm excited for and immediately stuck with me. Sacrifier. Wait, a modern JRPG-inspired epic. Okay, not the graphics I was thinking they would be, but it's very much the same, like, It feels very almost like Octopath Traveler or those Dragon Quest remakes. Like the Dragon Quest 3 remake and the upcoming Dragon Quest 1-2 remake bundle. Okay. Pixelated milk. Huh. I'll keep an eye out for that. Again, I'm gonna wait for reviews. Because I don't want... It looks... The gameplay looks fine. Is what I'll say. Like, the art style is really what's pushing it for me. Is, like, really what's selling it for me. But... I don't know. The story's gotta be there. I'll wait for reviews. I'll wait for reviews. Scarlet Fire.
From relieving roughness
Thought
to
Scarlet
soothing
Fire.
Skin, there's Before and then there's Aquaphor.
It's hard to accept.
Get out of here, Downton Abbey ad. Truxton Extreme. What's so extreme about it? We're busting some cheap earphones with this one. Wow. I mean, this has been around since, like, Galaga. I don't know if Galaga was the first one, but, like, it's an arcade shooter. It's an arcade space shooter. This is for somebody. I didn't know they were still making these. I don't know if it's got anything new that really sets it apart, but, I hope it does well. Again, these are for somebody. Linked Banner of the Spark, roguelike action RPG. Ugh, why's it gotta be a roguelike? Why's everything gotta be a roguelike? I'm so fucking tired. I know that these games sell, and I know that these games are for some people, and I've admitted to liking some roguelikes, but not everything just needs to be a roguelike. Not everything needs roguelike tacked onto it, you know? Wow, this is great. Okay, here we go, gameplay. Gameplay's immediately gone. Show me real gameplay. Okay, okay. I wish it wouldn't... I mean, yes, these animations look nice. Show me more gameplay. Alright. Hack and slash, isometric. Very vibrant world, very colorful. I really like what I'm looking at, but I'll wait for reviews. I'm personality-wise, like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but oh god, my brain. My looks like Western studios try to emulate anime styles. It looks like that one anime Crunchyroll made and it flopped. Trying to find like a good picture of them. Here, can we open image in new tab? We're gonna... Looks like them. Looks like Chai and Peppermint from Hi-Fi Rush. High Guardian Spice? I've never heard of that. Like, I can't get it out of my head. It could also be that Chai also has a robotic arm. You can't see it in this shot, but Chai has a robotic arm. I can't get that out of my head. Yeah, no, like... Not everything needs to be a roguelike. Looks interesting. Joe and Mac! I missed this. We gotta let Patches know. Somebody let Patches know that Joe and Mac are back, baby. What we need is a new Joe and Mac. Just gonna bring my sleeves up a little bit. Alright, yeah, it's Joe and Mac. For people who don't know, cavemen. That's awesome. Ah, Directive 8020. I'm kind of interested in this. It's the next Dark Pictures anthology from Super Massive. Why can I never remember the difference between Supermassive and Supergiant? Supermassive Games. Yes, Supermassive. Got it in one. Yeah, got it in one. I mean, so it's basically... The premise is basically The Thing in space. They're on a space station and there's a shape-shifting creature. Again, these games are for somebody. I know these games have their audience. I like Lashana Lynch. I like Lashana Lynch, so, you know, I'm not gonna play this. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I don't play these games, but I know these games are for somebody. Get out of here, ads. All right. Cairn. Oh my god, I'm so happy this game is still happening. I'm really excited for Cairn. Check out the demo on both platforms right now. Oh, there's a demo out? Awesome. This is just a mountain climbing game, and it looks simultaneously just so chill, and also one of the most harrowing things I've ever seen. It's just a mountain climbing game. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that one. Ground Zero. Not Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. Ah, no, turn the volume down. Oh, throwback horror games, post-apocalyptic South Korean setting. Wait, we just fucking saw this. Wait, this was featured up here. Wait a minute. Not Ascend to Zero. No, the other one. There were a couple, there were a couple, like, quick showcases where it was like, oh, here's a shotgun blast of, like, 5 games to look out for. Or was it Phase Zero? Oh my god, wait. There is two different classically inspired survival horror games. Like PS1, PS2 inspired survival horror games coming out. Resident Evil, Silent Hill inspired survival horror games coming out. Called Phase Zero and Ground Zero. What the fuck? I'm gonna write them both down. Because that's funny to me. Phase Zero and Ground Zero. So they're not double dipping. This is a different game. Phase Zero is different to Ground Zero. Even though they're both inspired by the same era and genre. That's ridiculous. I mean, I like these kinds of games. I'll fucking probably end up playing them both. What is she wearing? Wait, what did... I'm sorry, what is she wearing? What the fuck is she wearing? Get out of here. Nah, this is weird now. Crow Country made some indie devs look at this genre. I haven't played Crow Country yet. I really should. Crow Country seems like something I'd enjoy. Ground Zero. Hark the Ghoul. Low poly, FPS, Souls-like. Alright. No, again, we're reaching a very specific zeitgeist of nostalgia bait. Like, indie devs are now being more inspired by the PS1 era look with more polygonal, like, 3D graphics than just pixel sprite based. And that's what I'm here for. I am so excited for games that look like this. I don't know if this is something that I'll keep an eye out for it. I'll wait for reviews. Hark the Ghoul. But this is the era that I am excited for Nostalgia Bait to come for. I loved Crow Country, but the controls take like 30 minutes to an hour to get used to in combat. I mean, I guess for a game like that, is combat supposed to feel good? In a game like that? Hella. Cooperative adventure game starring brave little mice. Again, do I have to play it co-op? This was the same thing as Papucom. Do I have to play Papucom co-op? Do I have to play Hella co-op? I'll write it down. That looks so cute. That actually looks really cute. Goddamn. Ludo. Haunting ghost story about hope and secrets. Go on. Is this a Blumhouse game? I think it's supposed to feel janky. Yeah. Because I mean, like, that was the point of like Resident Evil and early Silent Hill, early Resident Evil with like the really bad tank controls and stuff, is that you're not supposed to be great at combat. Get out of here, Old Spice. Nine Souls and Crow Country, and I have Nine Souls. I picked up Nine Souls cheap on a PlayStation sale. I picked it up for like $10. Sure. I mean, it looks very much like, I know it's described as haunting ghost story, but I guess it isn't really described as a horror game. Hope, dreams, secret, love, loss, regret. Yeah, I guess it's not like this is a story about hell, death. It more so reminds me of games like Gone Home and What Remains of Edith Finch, where it's more so in a not, I don't want to say walking sim, because that term was coined with some stank on it. Because I enjoy those kinds of games. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I enjoy those kinds of games. It looks like one of those, just with a little more... Ooh, a physical edition. I'll write that down. Looks like one of those, but with horror elements. There's like a hair, right? Where's this hair? Oh, well. Reach. VR parkour shooter. Okay. Coming to PSVR 2, Steam VR, MetaQuest 3. If this really works, if this really feels as good to play as it looks in VR, that'd be cool. I don't have VR. Yeah, no, again, like, I hope that this is really good for the people who are really excited for that. Another Duck Detective game. Ooh. Yeah, it's Duck Detective. It's Duck Detective. No, Duck Detective, I think, was Gravity Falls. That was a Gravity Falls bit. Yeah, it's a Duck Detective game. For people who know what Duck Detective is. Point-and-click mystery game. Point-and-click detective game. Ratatan. Rhythm roguelike Ratatan. Is it Patapon, but a roguelike? It's Patapon, but a roguelike. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I'm not excited for this. I'm not excited for this at all. Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile? I know how it ends. I know how it ends. I've seen like two versions of the movie, two different movie adaptations. Okay. Seems fine. It's just a video game adaptation of Death on the Nile. I know how it ends. House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo DLC. Okay. That's fun. That's fun, actually. Alright. Mafia the Old Country. I forgot this was coming out. This just looks like a CG trailer. It's Mafia. You know, it's Mafia. We're starting to hit the, This is a game for Blair all the way through? Probably. Mafia crime game. Tenet of the Spark. Bodacious time-bending brawler. Players solve puzzles and lay smackdown across 3 distinct timelines, from Viking Age to modern day. Alright. I mean, the way that you just kind of swap to different eras, like... Again, this doesn't seem... I mean, maybe. I'll wait to see reviews, because that looks pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. If that is actually how the game looks and plays, I'll write it down. Tenet of the Spark. If that's actually how it plays and actually how it looks, maybe. Chryssal, Theater of Idols. Uh-huh. Blood-soaked glimpse into this world of this adrenaline-pumping horror shooter. It's a gory blend of BioShock and Resident Evil. You got my attention. It's a gory mix of BioShock and Resident Evil. Is that what they said this was?
Disney and Pixar's Elio is certified fresh.
Get out of here, Disney and Pixar's Elio. I'll write it down. There's a lot of games here where I'm like, you know what? I might be interested in that. I'll wait for reviews. Like, I'll wait for reviews. Chryssal, Theater of Idols. Ritual Tides. Lovecraftian Odyssey, set in a fictional British island, launching to PC. Okay, is there any gameplay? Nope. No gameplay. That tells me nothing. How is everyone? I'm doing alright, Arrow. How you doing? Hey, Disney. Hey, Disney. Do me a favor. Stop screwing over Pixar. But England is fictional. Hey, alright, so that was the last one. Wait. So the last thing they showed off? Our one more thing for the Future Game Show Showcase was a sneak peek at Ritual Tides. With a full gameplay reveal. Wait, so the one more thing at Future Game Show was not even a game? Was not even a gameplay trailer? It was just... This is nothing. Fuck off. Fuck off. Anyway, so that's the first one down. There were so many other showcases. Let's look at some women-led games. This is the Women-Led Games 2025 Showcase. Everything announced. We have Will Follow the Light. Single-player, first-person journey through the harsh northern latitudes as you sail endless water, searching for a way back to your loved ones. Will you follow the light? I'm concerned about the James Bond game. I see a significant lack of flirting. I mean, from what I recall, they were saying, like, this isn't the James Bond that you know. Like, this is our version of James Bond. I don't care if women give it to me. I'm not eating lead. But women-led. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know if you've heard about it when it was announced, but one of the things from the last showcase that we looked at, like the last article, patches. There's a Joe and Mac remastered collection coming out, or like a retro collection coming out. They're bringing the Unga Bunga Cavemen to new hardware, to current hardware. Why isn't 007 sleeping with everything that moves? Personally, I don't need sex in my Vimeo James. I don't need sex in my Vimeo James at all. We have the Hitman engine. He should be. Have they shown it? Yeah, hang on. Let me go back real quick. Let me go back. Just cause Patches is here, we'll go back. Joe and Mac Retro Collection. Uncensored with new features. There's a rewind feature so you can go back. CRT filters. The original trilogy returns. The new Joe and Mac redrawn style hurt me so much. Oh, you mean this? So this is not what they look like in the game. This looks bad, I'll be honest. I don't like all of this going on here, but that's not what the games look like. Congo Capers, Joe and Mac 2. Yeah, it's just bringing the original Joe and Mac games to... Dude, look up the new one? What the fuck is this? Yeah, no, that doesn't look great. Huh. Nah, not a fan. Anyway, let's get back to it. Yeah, so this just looks like a, this first one, Will Follow the Light, looks like a not quite a walking simulator, but almost like a mystery game. It's a mystery adventure. Well, what do they say? Sailing through the harsh northern latitudes. I'll keep an eye out for this if I'm being honest. I don't hate this idea. Get out of here. Advertisements. I hate you. I will not be happy. Hang on, I gotta make room on this sticky note. Will follow the light. Yeah. Wishlist on will.game. Not up on Steam yet. Not on. Oh, it is coming to console. Okay, I can see it down there. Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. I'll probably get it on PlayStation. Tavern Talk stories. 36 years before the events of Tavern Talk, the Wayfarers Inn's future innkeeper. Oh, okay. So this is a follow-up, a prequel to Wayfarer. I just got Wayfarer on a PlayStation sale. No, I got it on the Steam Summer Sale. So I have Wayfarer. So I might play that at some point. Is there... Okay. So this is Valhalla and Coffee Talk from the people who made Wayfarer. That sounds fun. That sounds fine. Sure. I'm sure that that's gonna sell for people. I'm sure that that's gonna go real big for people. Perfect Tides Station to Station, a point-and-click sequel. I'm so on the last website it muted all of them when I muted one. I gotta mute all of them here. Damn. Otherwise it's just blaring in my ear. I don't know if y'all can hear it when it comes on like this, but the game Date Everything is pretty good. So Patches and I have talked about this. Found the Elder shitpost, aka the most effort I'll put into anything. So Patches and I have talked about Date Everything privately, just like in the DMs. Like that was just something that got brought up. Check. Wait, what am I looking at? That's an Organization 13 member, but who? Wait, what? What am I looking at? All right. So, oh my God. All right. Anyway. It looks interesting. I haven't played it personally, but it looks especially fun. 100 things today. Oh, I know. So I have been following Date Everything since it was announced. A lot of the creative people behind it, like the producers and stuff, are voice actors that I already follow, like just on social media. I'm interested in the projects that they work on. Like, I think Robbie Damon is one of the big ones that's been advertising for it. There's been, I mean, 1,000,001 different people are in it. You know, Brian David Gilbert, Sungwon Cho, Brendan Lee Mulligan, the Critical Role team. Like, there's so many people. So I genuinely might secure my purchase. Yeah. Like, when I say I have been following this game since it was announced, like, I have been following this game since it was announced. However, and I don't want to get too far into this discourse, but to try to articulate the point of, and again, like, if Patches wants to speak on what he thinks about it in an articulate way, the conversation was more so about how it is the epitome of horny on main. I only heard about it recently, and to put it lightly, it gave me an existential crisis. Yeah, like, I do want to support the team behind it. However, it's so weird how many strange and creative games just show up in a Nintendo Direct. So an issue with Date Everything is that it is the epitome of horny on main, and something that I've noticed, and I'm not a prude. I don't consider myself a prude, but like something else that I've noticed in like watching people still, I don't want to say still play, but people who are like going through Baldur's Gate 3 for like the 8th time. That game is also like weirdly horny. Like, you can play that game in a not horny way. There's absolutely, like, no obligation to do any of the romantic routes. But, like, I don't know. I'm just tired. I think I'm tired of horny in video games. I'm tired of horny in video games. And, Date Everything is just the epitome of horny on main. And right now, at the very least, it's not something that, like, I'm super down for. Like, I'm not, it's just kind of a whatever. Like, again, I've been following it since the game was announced because I like a lot of the people that are in it. I hear you could just be friends and stuff. Horny does wonders for people. Lady D RE8 fucking Captain Planet for horny. Yeah, and, like,
Amazon offers hourly
the problem is, I feel like the Lady Dimitrescu stuff for Resident Evil 8 was almost a self-aware level of horny. Like, a lot of people were like, unga bunga awooga, the tall woman who, like, picks you up. Like, I feel like that was people being very self-aware in their horniness of, like, oh, Capcom knows what they're doing. But I also feel like it gave people the incentive, or no, it almost gave people a pass to be horny on main. And now, like, Date Everything's whole, like, USP is that you can fuck anything. You can just be horny to anything. And it's like, that's not for me right now. I'm not, like, that's not something I'm super interested in. Maybe in the future, if it's on sale, I'll get it. But, like, I was excited for it right up until its release. And now I'm looking at it like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. Different strokes for different folks. Exactly. And, like, that's the thing, is I'm not a prude. Like, I recognize that, like, okay, they made a game full of conventionally attractive people. They gajinka'd so many different things to make just attractive people. But, like, that's it. It's dating sim. And it's the most, like, tongue-in-cheek hits at the wrong time. Yeah. Like, it's the most, like, it's self-aware, horny on main, but also it's extremely shallow in that it's just another dating sim. Like, it's a tongue-in-cheek take on a dating sim in that you can date gajinka'd versions of a refrigerator. But, like, it falls into the same trappings of dating sim, which is the most, like, shallow, one of the most shallow genres of game. And I don't mean shallow in the way that, like, people who play it are shallow. I just mean there's not a lot on offer. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot. It's just you can date 100 different gajinka'd things. That's the whole game. And, like, okay. Not for me. At least not right now. Anyway, what's Perfect Tides? This played and I missed it. Point and click. A point-and-click sequel to Perfect Tides about the momentum whiplash of young adulthood. Explore big city through 18 Mara's eyes. Nurture ideas. Experience complex relationships. Okay, so it's a night in the woods. Hatoful Boyfriend to me knocked out Subversive Dating Sim. We just should have kind of moved on from there. Instead we went inverse. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Hatoful Boyfriend is the dating sim, like, parody hitting at the right time. Yeah, I'm just not... At least for me personally, Date Everything's just not really the flavor right now. Anyway. That looks like a fine coming of age story. Ministry of Order. Shut up. Narrative logic puzzler set in a totalitarian 1920s maternity ward. Match babies to parents using a genetic puzzle? Huh? Shape destinies through branching dialogues, decide your role in a secret plot, and stretch your modest salary to survive. What? I'm gonna be 100%. This is kind of getting a yikes from me, I'm not gonna lie. Because this feels very much reminiscent of Papers, Please. This feels like Papers, Please, but... Yikes. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll wait to see reviews, but I'm not super interested in the baby puzzle game. Long Story. I'm sorry, Long Story 2. The Long Story crew is back. These are the characters. Who are you dating? I'm not what? Okay. Installment of this beloved series brings more dates, deeper friendships, trickier dilemmas, some fascinating surprises. Long story, maybe it's too long. I mean, it's a... God, what is the genre? It's not quite a dating simulator, it's just a visual novel. It's just a visual novel. Alright. Choices matter? Yeah, it's a visual novel. Creature Kind. What the fuck is Creature Kind? Is an approachable and wholesome hard battler deck builder. I don't hate deck builders. Where you debate monsters to save magic. Oh. So it could have been cool. So you're not actually fighting, it's debate. Alright. Make new friends. Shin Megami Tensei, is that you? It's a card battler deck builder where you debate monsters to save magic. That doesn't sound... like, the gameplay looks fine, but, like, flavor-wise, that's not very interesting to me. Death and Phaeology. Fae-touched fall prey to a sinister killer. Only a phaeologist can uncover the truth. Dark academia murder mystery visual novel with supernatural cases. Interactive investigations, romanceable characters, multiple endings, demos available. Oh, vertical? Oh, God. Why is it vertical? Why is this a mobile game? Alright. Mobile game, Dark Academia murder mystery visual novel. Gotcha. Unseen Diplomacy for the VR. It's got some nice cell shading. Sure. Kind of a spy game. Dangerous time. During a dangerous time, evildoers are plotting to destroy the world. Complete missions, manage your agents, and use intel to narrow down the plot. Summer camp. Remember when Devs had enough class to show us a PC version 2? No, you know what? You're right. excuse me, like here's the game running on mobile, here's the game running on console, here's the game running on PC. Wait, was that it? 15 seconds? Okay. It's a narrative party game. Okay, so like Monster Prom. Nano Neighbors. Wait, what? This online game sits below your desktop. Oh my god, this is Subway Surfers on the side while I do other things. Customize your Nano. Customize home. This is just Subway Surfers on the side while I get other things done. What the fuck? That's so funny. Oh god. It's literally a background game. Alright. Volunteer the Ascension. Free beasts or gods on the path that lies ahead. Free beasts. Show me gameplay. Show me gameplay. No gameplay. Don't care. We just need Family Guy clips. Yo, wait, that's a broom as a motorcycle. That's a witch broom that plays like a motorcycle. That looks awesome. Are you lost? Crescent County. That looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Lesbians. I saw women kissing. Show me the women kissing again. This looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Bank, still $0. Please seek employment. I hope there's a single player mode. I hope it's not just online racing. Crash head first in this witch tech open world, drifting and driving on the back of your own motor broom, make deliveries, trick out your broom, race your new friends and crushes as the sun sets, get into gossip, sort your life out, and discover what it means to find home. Yeah, you know what? That looks really good. I really like how that racing... Like I said, I'm not super into racing games, but that looks very unique. Crescent County. I have so many games to wishlist after the stream is over. They really said we know how fucked your attention span is, basically. Ascend to 0. Oh, this was shown off in the other one. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay loop does not look like it's for me. I'm not a huge fan of these isometric, God, there's so much happening. Look at this bullet hell. Look at this bullet heaven. Not super for me. But I'm sure that's for somebody. Drywall eating simulator? A short and sweet comedic adventure simulator about eating drywall as a result of interacting with society. There's no video. Game of the year. Hang on, I'm putting that down. We're playing that on stream. We're playing that on stream someday. Dry. Let me skip. Okay, well, let me skip the ad. Drywall eating simulator.
Man.
It's gotta be game of the year. There's no way. No shot. What else has come out this year that's even close to that? Out and about. Okay, you're just wandering around exploring nature. I can respect that. Making stuff. Full character customization, Animal Crossing style house customization. Alright. That seems really laid back. Nah, it's drywall eating simulator year. They got everything right. I would eat drywall instead of dealing with society. Koro Kitchen. That's a cooking game. That's a cooking game. It looks like it. The style doesn't super speak to me, if I'm being honest. Like, this looks like about 80 other games that have been announced. on together. This looks like the game we were just looking at. This looks like the game we were just looking at. That's crazy. It's also French. I don't know if I can... I don't know if it can stand up to drywall. Honestly, watching my partner play, I adored Clair Obscur. Like, bits aside. Yeah, so this looks like... What? Oh my god, wait. This is another, just on the side. This is another game you could have it vertical on the side like Subway Surfers. Fuck off. Oh my god. This isn't even a real... Hey, instead of hanging out with your friends in real life, what if you played this game online with your friends in a Discord call? What if you were fake hanging out online in a Discord call with your friends? Like, okay, I get hanging out online with the Discords, with the Discord crew. I get that. I get hanging out online with the Discord crew. However, you don't fucking need the vertical slice on the side with little avatars hanging out. Cozy Room Simulator. Bring former Ubisoft. Removes another 2. Having a roguelike mode removes the last 3. That's a cozy room that I can't exist in. What's the point? You don't even have like a little avatar. Wait, you don't even have a little avatar hanging out in this room. That's just a room. I'm sorry, that looks so boring. I'm sorry, that's nothing. That's nothing. Grave Seasons, narrative farming sim with a terrifying twist. Someone in the town is a supernatural serial killer. Okay, isometric farming game, serial killer. Okay. That's not a bad idea. Like taking a genre that's, you know, or taking a genre of game that's already kind of been done to death. Like, oh my god, there are so many farming simulators out there. And just being like, hey, there's an actual story in this one. The twist is that there's a story. And there are stakes. Paris Smells Like Piss. Wudo. Okay. You have a little handcrafted art style that really speaks to me. You have a little handcrafted art style that speaks to me. 3D puzzle matching game based on the simple diorama assembly mechanics. Beautiful visual style. Tells a heartwarming story. Resonates. You know what? Specifically, I'm getting a lot of unpacking vibes from here. Having to, like, properly place stuff in its environment, I'm getting unpacking vibes. I'll mark that down. That looks really relaxing. Might play that one on my own time. Feel like it'd be a good concept. Dexter serial killer game. Today's tech is like partial detective thing. I'm just thinking about Heavy Rain. Let's do a remake of Heavy Rain. Serial killer game, detective stuff. Let's do Heavy Rain, but plays well. Ela, a frosty glide. Okay. Chunky pixely art style. Alright, I've seen it before. Start your journey fueled by determination and your trusty skate broom. Explore, find secret places, collectibles, and improve your magic and flying abilities as you make your way to the summit. Okay. Make Michael C. Hall a narrator and my wallet is yours. I never watched Dexter. Not really for me, I don't think. Hey, Cairn, we already saw you. I'm glad that game is still happening. A heavy morning. Oh boy, another vertical game. Get out of bed and get to work on time. Okay, so it's a your choices matter, branching paths, get to work on time, mental health
From
awareness
relieving
simulator.
roughness to soothing skin.
Mental health
Here's
awareness.
before
I don't even
and
want
then
to.
Aquaphor.
It's an experience. It's one of those like experience
We're here
games
for our convertible?
How about an S?
that feels like a lot of these games. It's like, okay, there's like one correct path, and like once you get there. The books. There are books spilled. Hey, environmentalism, cleaning up trash, cleaning up oil spills. All right, I'm sure that's for somebody. All right. Prisons of Husk. Oh. Go on. You have me with this art style. You have me with this art style. I'm just gonna snack real quick on some of these espresso beans, these chocolate-covered espresso beans. Oh. The gameplay doesn't look super for me. Looks very Dark Souls, but I am gonna put it down. Prison of Husks. Based on books, but Dexter in the books is basically a completely different person, more of a psychopath. Interesting. I've heard Dexter is good. And specifically, I've seen a lot of stuff with the, I think it's called the Trinity Killer. Played by, oh, the guy who played Lord Farquaad. John Lithgow. And he's great. I've seen clips of John Lithgow in Dexter. He's great. Shut up, cunt. Whoa! Arthur. I adore that clip so much. So this is the kind of shit that I'm really excited for. I want games to look like this. I want games to look like a really polished PS1 game. This is the shit. Oh my god, that looks fucking beautiful. That looks beautiful. Look at this aspect ratio. Look at this aspect ratio. Oh, that's the kind of shit I'm here for. Legitimately, I want 1,000 games that look like this. Cappy Castaway. Capybara. Clever crow as they set off to find their way home. Sniff, dig, and explore a vibrant world brimming with wonder, challenges, heartwarming friendships. Okay. So you play as a capybara trying to find home. Has anybody seen the animated movie Flow? Big Flow vibes. Roots Devour. A management strategy game? Show me gameplay. Oh, this is the gameplay. It's not super catching me. The visual style of this game is not super catching me. Okay, that design is sick. For that character, Flora. Yeah, that's not super catching me. Lily's World XD. Lily's World XD is a psychological horror game where you investigate a young girl's computer. Channel your inner 2000s teen! As you reach her old conversations, customize her blog, and look through her embarrassing selfies. That is until you find messages addressed to you. Where the main character is an unreliable narrator to an extent. I like shows like that. I like things where you have unreliable narrators. And, like, the reveals towards the end of, like, the arcs. Like, if it's a movie towards the end of the movie, like, the pivot reveals are that like, oh, because they're an unreliable narrator. Video game just for me. So I was a teen in the 2010s. I was a teen in the 10s, but all of the older cousins in my life that I would hang out with a lot, all women. Like, I grew up with so many like 2000s teen girls, and I legitimately this brings me back so much. Oh my god. I need to get out. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, but so cool. Oh my god. Yes. Look at the chat room. Oh my god.
Helping fund more than
Absolutely.
9,900 affordable homes across
Absolutely.
Puget Sound.
Old Spice Super
Get
Hydration
out
Body
of here,
Wash,
Old
the
Spice
sweet
ad.
scent of a honeymoon in Fiji.
Lily's World. Void Martyrs. Grimdark survival horror about a nun in a spacesuit. You have my attention. Scavenge amongst drifting space cathedrals, balance your faith with survival, and craft the tools to your salvation. I don't know how I feel about faith being a mechanic in a survival game like this, where it's like, I can't do this because of my faith. It's like, well, survival is more important. Living is important. I can't kill them because of my faith. Interesting. I like how this looks. Very Diablo-style top-down dungeon stuff. Alright. That's pretty cool. Dark Hours. Co-op survival horror game up to 4 players. Any gameplay? No gameplay? Don't care. Proveron. Step into the white feathers of Anko. A crow shunned by those around him. Undeterred, he sets out to make new friends, save the world from an invasion of strange, mischievous red demons. Cute. That is a design of all time. Okay. It's very like point and click adventure. With a very slick style, I would say. Alright. Cool. Downhill. Take control of a human girl named Fade, become her best friend or her worst enemy as you guide her down the mountain. Her fate is yours to decide as well as the entire realms. Okay, so you're... Wait. Take control of a human girl named Fade and become her best friend. So is she aware of the, like, player character? Is she aware of the player? In a world where you can break the rules. What did I say? How will you use such great power? Those are sick designs, I'm not gonna lie. Merciless. Okay. Doesn't look super for me, but I at least appreciate the style. Doesn't look bad. Voyagers of Nera, cooperative survival crafting game where you must survive a magical ocean world brimming with lost spirits. Okay. It's another online crafty craft. Alright. Awesome. Does not... I don't care about this. This does not look like it's for me, if I'm being honest. Yeah, no, not for me. Refresh. Restore your town as you run, jump, and dash through cozy locales while helping lovable townsfolk. I've seen this art style a dozen times before. Big storm, blue stuff around. I like that player character with the monitor head and the little, like, leaf sticking out. Rub two sticks together and it makes a gun with bullets. Exactly. Welcome to America. Here's your mandatory gun. That looks fine. Not really for me, if I'm being honest. The gameplay looks alright. Like, I do like the platforming. It does the thing I've complained about before. Look how small the character is during the platforming sections. I don't like how small the character is on screen and how big the environments are. I know that's a thing I keep harping on, but that really is kind of deterring me from looking further into this game. Equinox Homecoming. Saddle up, investigate a dark mystery where each trail leads to wonder and intrigue. String of events set in this idyllic island on edge. Behind your mother's disappearance, local sudden death. When Brian buys liquor in Texas, it comes with a free gun. Sounds about right. For fans of horses, murder mysteries, and cozy exploration. I mean, okay, so this is the women-led game showcase. Horse girls, we love true crime. Oh my god, true crime. Cozy exploration is always... I do want more exploration games that aren't focused around combat. Like, one thing I really enjoyed about Outer Wilds is the environment was dangerous. There's no combat. That's something I really did enjoy about Outer Wilds. So I guess, like, I'm not sure if exactly cozy exploration is what I want, but I do like the idea of, like, just riding around on a horse trying to figure stuff out. I'll be the gatekeeper. We have enough insanity. No! You can't keep the horse girls away. There's already like 1 billion horse girl video games. Ah, get out of here. So tired of ads. I can't even skip these. Is it the horse or something? A bunch of my friends have been playing that Uswamame. I have no idea what the hell that is. Uswamame? Uswamame? Nothing is coming up. I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. Free anime games, so a ton of people are trying it. Gotcha. Angeline Era. An unforgettable and wild bump/action adventure. I'm going to forget about this game. What do you mean unforgivable? Explore a world of fae, humans, and angels where hilarious hazards and charming creatures await. Will you uncover its mysteries? I mean, I do like the low poly art style. This is the kind of stuff that I do want. I just don't know if it's for me. I'll wait for reviews. I'll wait for reviews. It doesn't look terrible. Looks fun. I just don't know if it's for me. Danchi Days. In an old Danchi, Japanese housing complex. Oh, I guess it's Danchi. There used to be a yearly summer festival. Alas, the residents have aged, and the once-loved tradition is now on hold. But our protagonist, Hoshino, decides to revive it. Hand out flyers, let everyone know the festival's back. So this is... Alright. Do not push, do not push, do not push. Alright. So it's literally just a game about passing out flyers, just walking around. Alright. Sure. Not for me. Ascend. Oh, no, Ascendant. I was about to say, like, didn't we already see something for Ascendant? No, we saw something for Ascent. We saw something for Ascendant, which is different than Ascend. Ascendant looks annoying. This looks whimsical? Why is the camera so far away from the player character? This is 20 minutes! This is a 20-minute gameplay demo. Alright, light puzzles. A young woman must navigate to the top of a mystical mountain. God, that's like what, the 4th game today about climbing to a mountain? It's like the 4th game today about just climbing a mountain? Alright. It's the year of the mountain game. Wander Stars. Uh-oh. 90s anime aesthetic. Play an anime. Alright. Looking at the branching paths from before, or the levels, I guess. Tactical RPG. Okay, it's not a. It doesn't say roguelike. It doesn't say roguelike. All right, so that's everything shown off at the women-led showcase. Enjoy their lead. Thank you, women, and enjoy their lead. All right, so the next one that we have is we're going to take a break from the showcases that were shown off at the beginning of the month. And we have Sony faces a class action lawsuit over expensive digital games and DLC prices. The Sony tax means digital games cost an average of 47% more than those on disc. Group alleges. Yeah, so this is a class action lawsuit brought against Sony, basically saying that given what Sony charges to put the games up on their website or on their digital storefront, makes it so that the games have to cost a certain amount. And game prices are different region to region, like in countries where their money is not worth as much or worth more. Thank you, Dutch people. Yeah, honestly, like, for as much as I am a fan of Sony and I'm so integrated into their the ecosystem of Sony games, I hope they win. I hope that across the board this can help alleviate because games went from a hobby good to a luxury good. Given that, at least here in the US, we are in a recession, and money is tighter, games are no longer a hobby good where it's like, oh, once a paycheck, I can go indulge in my hobby. I can just go somewhere and, like, indulge in my hobby. To now it's like, I'm going to save up for this luxury. A new game is out for $80. I got to save up for this nice luxury.
And we're in no rush.
Get out of here, Vital Farms.
We care for your
But yeah,
good health,
no, I hope they win.
so you can focus on what matters most.
I want to see if Sony has been exploiting its dominant position in the console market for at least 10 years. 1.7 million Dutch PlayStation owners pay too much for digital games and game content. Speaking as representative of the Fair PlayStation camp, so Lucia Melkerts points out that many gamers have spent very large sums on buying games for the PlayStation. She reckons that Sony is taking away the magic as it unilaterally imposes new conditions and demands more money without offering anything in return. That sounds like Sony is boiling the frog. The Sony got a little hotter in April when Sony hiking prices of a wide range of its products as recently as April. Yeah, so basically they were the final straw was increasing the price on goods and increasing the price of, like, I think they increased the price of the PlayStation as well. Like, there was a mid-generation, like, price increase of everything. Maybe hella ass at human rights, but at least you can do something. I mean, the US is worse when it comes to human rights, let's be real. The US is worse when it comes to human rights. Alright. Every big announcement from Summer Game Fest 2025. So this is from the opening night. I believe this is from opening night live. We've got consumer rights down hard. True. Yeah, no, Europe is super big on consumer rights, which is cool. So this is everything shown off at Summer Game Fest. I guess this is going in reverse order. Resident Evil Requiem. We have an RE9 showcase returning to Raccoon City. So I am taking this with a grain of salt. Real quick, just right up top, I want to talk about this. I've talked about it before. Capcom has stated that in pre-production stuff, they have started using generative AI. We do not know what they're using it for. They don't know how. We don't know how they're using it. They specifically called out Gemini and Google's image generating software. I need some explanations. I need to know if any AI generated content stayed in the game. I need to know if they just used it as inspiration to like get stuff into the game. I don't know. But I am taking this with a huge grain of salt. And I will be waiting for reviews. I am not going to be... US looks at human consumer rights and goes, nah. I am not going to immediately be jumping on RE9, even though over the last couple of years, I've come around and I adore horror video games. Resident Evil is great. I was just talking about it. I've been playing Resident Evil 1, the remake for the PS2, or for the GameCube from 2002. I've been playing the Resident Evil remake off stream. I love RE8. You know, I love RE7. I recently played RE2 remake for the first time on stream. I really like Resident Evil. Genuinely. I think it's a fascinating world that they built up. I want to see how Resident Evil 7 and 8 like kind of fold into the larger scheme of everything. They did say that Leon would also be in this game. I can't remember. I can't remember if they said... There are people who say that Leon is going to be the main character and not this character here. God, I wish I could remember her name. But she is a child. So this main character here, this woman, she's the child of a character from a Resident Evil spin-off game who like never came back. She appeared in one spin-off game and then never came back. This is her daughter, from what I understand. I dropped Black Ops 6 the moment Activision started their AI crap, so I'm right there with you. Yeah, and it's like the only so there is a there is a pipeline to where they can, if you set aside how terrible AI is for the environment, like those image generating softwares, if you set aside how terrible it is for the environment, there is a pipeline that they could use AI in an okay way. If they have a model that they just feed in Resident Evil, or if they have a generator that they only feed in Resident Evil stuff into, and say, generate Resident Evil image, make me a Resident Evil, and then they pay real people to take those ideas and then, like, actually make real things based on that. So it's like, okay, we're only generating images based on stuff that we own, that Capcom owns, and then they take that garbage spat out by the AI image generator, made of crap that AI already that Capcom owns. Capcom turns around and then pays real people to say, hey, this is what we... You had to suffer getting into it for a while. Yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna say it, I don't hate COD single player stories. Like, again, like I was a teen in the 2010s, and the 2010s were kind of like a golden age for... Okay, to be fair, there was also some like nosedives, but like late aughts to early 2010s, like mid 2010s, there was a golden age for single player first person shooters. Anyway, so yeah, I'm taking this with a huge grain of salt. I just want people to be aware. I want people to make informed decisions. So just know that Capcom has personally come forward and said that for their games, before this was announced, they have been using generative AI in pre-production. They did not say whether or not they were using it in production, so I don't think that any AI-generated things made it into the final product. I believe that I would like to believe, and it would be the most morally correct thing to do, is to hire people and actually make things based on the ideas that AI spit out. I'm just saying, like, that would be that is kind of a pipeline where I'm willing to begrudgingly say, okay, I wish you would have just like done things like not creatively bankrupt from the start, but if that's what you're doing, at least you're not deleting jobs, you know? At least they're not deleting jobs if they actually hire people. Right? Like, Capcom was on, like, honestly, an upswing. Stranger Than Heaven. Okay. So, I'm so excited for Stranger Than Heaven. I'm so excited. Like, I get it. RGG just keeps swinging. RGG does not miss. I've really been enjoying the Yakuza games. This was called Project Century when we first saw it, and now it's called Stranger Than Heaven. I'm really excited for this. This looks so good. God, look at that. Look at them fighting in the rain. It doesn't even have to look realistic. It just goes so hard. I'm so excited for Stranger Than Heaven. Scott Pilgrim. No, get out of here. Oh yeah, this is a new Scott Pilgrim project written by the original writer of the comics. They brought in the original writer of the comics to write a new story for Scott Pilgrim as a video game. Stranger Than Heaven is such a good name. It is. Canadian jump scares. Nina the Hollower. Oh yeah, Yacht Club Games new. Yeah, okay. Oh, this might have been what Blair was talking about earlier. Earlier, Blair was talking about a game inspired by old Zelda stuff. This might have been what Blair was talking about. Again, it's not super for me, if I'm being honest. Not my cup of tea. Like, I didn't really care for Shovel Knight. I played a little bit of it. But no, I'm glad that this is actually coming out. I remember that this was announced a while ago, and then it was like radio silence for a long time, and I honestly thought it just became another Silk Song, but Lego Voyagers, I'm so excited for this little co-op Lego game. Look at this little Lego co-op game. Oh, this is so delightful. Oh, I'm so happy. Lego makes me, like, Lego is such a satisfying... I mean, fuck it. Look, I'm wearing a Bionicle shirt, which it's available on my shop. If you're watching this on YouTube, it should be linked below. If anybody thinks that my Bionicle shirt that says "Rest in Peace" on the arm is really cool, there is a shop. Which also, I guess, just while I bring that up, while I bring up how cool Bionicle is with this shirt I have, new shirts on the shop. So there's the shirt available in the shop. It's July 1st. We have new shirts every month, and we've got some RGG inspired shirts. We have a See No Evil, Speak No Evil, Hear No Evil shirt collection. The Pride shirts are still in the shop. I'm not getting rid of the Pride shirts for June. I'm not getting rid of the Pride shirts. We got new shirts up in the shop. Speak No Evil, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, based on the three basically protagonists of the RGG series, Kiryu, Majima, and Ichiban. I'm really happy with how the Ichiban turned out. Gay is always a net positive. I'm so tired of it. Like, the second it's July, gay stops existing. I'm so fucking tired of that. So yeah, the Pride Cats are still up on the shop, and they will still be there. Find your pride, gender is spotty, and change your stripes. we'll stay up. But yeah, we got new shirts. A trilogy of RGG inspired shirts. I'm really happy with how these turned out. Is just all I'll say. I really like, especially the Ichiban shirt. I really like how the Ichiban shirt turned out. But yeah, new shirts available in the shop. Anyway, Onimusha. It's an Onimusha game. If you like Onimusha, it plays like Onimusha. Mafia. We already saw the Mafia trailer. As soon as July hits, we all vanish from existence. The stream just dies. Lies of P DLC. More Lies of P for people who like Lies of P. I have it. Haven't played it. I heard pretty good things about it. I heard pretty good things about Lies of P. Get out of here.
I got 3% on barbecue too. That ain't the only thing that's getting smoked.
Get out of it. I wish it would let me. I know. So I know YouTube has been toying with this thing of like, oh, we're going to put in more ads. We're going to put in longer ads that you can't skip. Shut up, YouTube. Anyway. Dying Light the Beast. According to an interview from the Dying Light developers, this is Dying Light at its best. They're really proud of how this turned out. This is a spiritual continuation of Dying Light 1, not Dying Light 2. Single player experience. I have been told that Dying Light 1 plays phenomenally. I've been told that Dying Light 2 was broken and not a lot of people played it, and it's considered not as good as Dying Light 1. I recently bought Dying Light 1 on the recommendation of Patches, and at some point we're going to be playing it. At some point I'm going to play Dying Light 1. I'm really excited for Dying Light the Beast. It looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Dying Light 2? No, it's Dying Light 1, 2. They said they specifically said it was a continuation of Dying Light 1. So this is Dying Light 1, 2. Not Dying Light 3. Not Dying Light 2, 2. This is Dying Light 1, 2. Dying Light 1, the sequel, The Beast. Code Vein 2, it's probably just going to be more Code Vein. I don't even know what Code Vein is. Is this Anime Vampires? I think it's Anime Vampires. Any gameplay? Yeah, there's some gameplay. It's a hack and slash. It's an anime hack and slash. You've seen these before. Weeb Souls. Mortal... Oh my god, I forgot about how many 2s were shown off. Looking at all this, there were so many 2s shown off. Mortal Shell 2. And it was like, I think I remember Mortal Shells 1. Apparently it did good enough to get a... Was that a gun? That's just a gun. Awesome. Apparently it did well enough to get a sequel. Yeah, so we have, yeah. I thought there was another 2 that was already shown off. Anyway. Yeah, lots of sequels shown off. Everybody's playing it safe. Lots of sequels, lots of spiritual successors. Oh yeah, Atomic Heart 2. There we go. Code Vein 2, Mortal Shell 2, Atomic Heart 2. Honestly, I'm surprised at the turnaround for Atomic Heart 2. I didn't think Atomic Heart would get a sequel, considering some of the issues that came out. So, here's the thing. I will not begrudge people for where they are born. Nobody gets to decide where they are born. But there was like a lot of stuff going around that, oh, Atomic Heart being a Russian game has some ties to the Russian military. I don't know the extent to which that stuff was true, but this game was released, the first one, Atomic Heart was released around the time that Russia invaded Ukraine, and so a lot of people boycotted the game because they were like, Russian game, we don't want to support Russia. I will not begrudge people for where they are born. I'm also not going to platform it, because there is also just a wee bit of racism in the game itself. Very unfortunate timing for the first game. Yeah, but there's also a wee bit of racism in the first game. I didn't know about that when I bought the game. I do have Atomic Heart 1. I played a bit of it on my own, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get this. It's kind of Bioshocky, you know, like, it's fine. Every time that comes out of a problematic game, same with government, same with Black Myth Wukong, fuck the racism, yeah. I mean, Black Myth Wukong's issue was, sexism. Black Myth Wukong, Streisand affected themselves because somebody in charge of the company that made Black Myth Wukong was like super sexist, and so when Black Myth Wukong came out, they said, hey, don't Google that sexist stuff our CEO said, or our like lead designer said is deemed a positive trait. It was weird. Like, there was just a moment at least from what I remember, there was a moment in Atomic Heart where they showed like a very racist depiction of like a tribal African person, and it caught me off guard. I didn't know that was in the game, and then I saw it and I was like, huh? They thought this was okay? So, again, I will not begrudge the developers for being from Russia. Russian citizens are not the Russian government. However, there was also just some shit in the game. There was also just some problematic stuff in the game. I'm probably going to finish Atomic Heart in my own time. It's not going to be something I platform here. It's not going to be something where I'm like, hey guys, check out this game. I might play it if it gets delisted. Like, if a game gets delisted, I do like sharing, like, Deadpool, the Deadpool game from, like, 2013. I really do like sharing games that aren't, because, like, the Deadpool game was fucking terrible, but I played it to, like, show. It's like, hey, this is no longer available, and people are talking about it. Oh yeah, I just got up, that's bad? Yeah, that caught me off guard. I was, like, honestly kind of having a good time. It is also very, like, I will say the flavor of the game is pretty, like, Russian nationalist. It is very, like, Russian patriotic. Like, that's kind of the flavor. But, I mean, like, it's got an interesting world. It's got the sexy robots. I had no interest in Atomic Heart, and now I have negative interest. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. Yeah, I will not condone any of the like, bad shit in Atomic Heart. I will not condone that. But, like, I don't know. I got Atomic Heart 1 from my friendly local game store. Who doesn't like gooning to robots? Look, I'm just saying. That's one of my favorite things. I don't know why, but I love saying, I'm just saying, without actually having said anything. Like, not, that's what I'm saying. I don't like, that's, who doesn't like gooning to robots? Exactly. Alright. But yeah. Atomic Heart 2. If I can find this at my friendly local game store as well, maybe I'll pick it up. But I'm not going to platform it. I'm not going to give them the time on my channel. I'm just saying. Are the sexy robots here? Where are they? Where are the twins? Honestly, oh yeah, what I was saying before is I'm surprised about the turnaround for this game. But they announced, Mungfish, what was it? Mundfish announced like 3 games, because they also announced The Cube. This is set in the Atomic Heart universe, but they announced an MMORPG shooter called The Cube. Ill. One of the more intense games show was Ill. Story-driven survival horror game promises intense body horror, grotesque monsters, and relentless fear. That's nasty. That's nasty. I'm sorry, was that... That was just... That... Gross. They went hard over the last 3 years? Yeah, I mean, apparently Atomic Heart did well enough for them to justify it still going. I'm predicting heavy amounts of crunch. Alright, so that doesn't look terrible. Looks like Outlast, but you can fight back. Oh boy. Show me. Where are the crossover characters? A huge roster of characters and tracks. They got Jet. They got the Babylon Rogues. That's what they're called. Hatsune Mike. It's Hatsune Mike. It's Ichiban. Ichiban Kasuga. Oh my god. I was dying laughing when I was watching this. I watched this showcase live. It's Joker Persona 5. It's him. It's Mr. Persona 5. Joker himself. And Minecraft. Steven Minecraft. And Alexis Minecraft. It's so funny to me. But yeah, they got Hatsune Miku from the Hatsune Miku Dominoes app. Oh yeah, one of those, like, creatively bankrupt things I've ever seen. I'm truly curious about what'll happen first. Will Fortnite get everything, or will Hatsune Miku cross over with everyone? That's a good question. So, who remembers back when, on the PlayStation 2, or during that era, there were a million Nintendo crossover games. Specifically, it was always Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner, and SpongeBob. Like those four characters crossed over so much. Battle for Volcano Island, Nicktoons Unite, and this just looks like such creatively bankrupt, boring looking. It doesn't look good. The magic begins in fall. It doesn't look great. Oh yeah, and they announced more characters for it. And it's always I mean, yeah, oh, Katara, that's cool. Leonardo from Ninja Turtles, that's awesome. I'm so tired of bad Nick games. End of Abyss. Section 9. Oh boy. I'm sure that would have been cool 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it would have looked better too. I don't like the style of how this looks, if I'm being honest. It looks like a game you'd play on Facebook. What do you got for me, Section 9? The most abysmal, boring looking nothing? Alright. Yeah, no, that doesn't really, like... It's a lot of blue and, blue. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Marvel versus Capcom without the Capcom. Oh no, this is not the fighting game. This is the beat 'em up. I also don't hate the roster for this game, if I'm being honest. Like, it's got classic brown and yellow Wolverine. I'm on board. I adore the brown and yellow Wolverine. Thanos, I just noticed Thanos in the background looked like a smug shit. Look at how smug Thanos looks back there. Yeah, beat 'em ups aren't really for me, but I hope this does well. I adore this art style. Look at those, like, nice glossy, like, dark blue shade. Like, that's exactly what Spider-Man should look like. The kind of glossy shadow effect going on, like, on all these characters. That's exactly what Spider-Man should look like. This looks so good.
Lowe's knows when you own a home,
the Wu-Tang video game. Who had the Wu-Tang video game on their bingo list? So it's gonna be great. Oh, hell yeah, by the TMNT group. Who had the Wu-Tang video game on their bingo card? Who had the Wu-Tang? Oh, man. I'm gonna play it. I know I'm gonna play it. Rise of the Deceiver. Yeah, what the hell? I'll play it. Just by the sheer fact that it exists is so good to me. Presented by Ghostface Killah. It's one of those I'm a time traveler, so I came back knowing will be announced. Because it's like putting like the Wu-Tang video game. And it's like that's crazy. Why would you even think that? And then it happens. It's like, you are not real. I don't believe you're real if you knew that was gonna happen. Oh man, yeah. I think I'm gonna play the Wu-Tang game. Steam and Epic. If it comes out for console, I might play it. Chrono Odyssey, action-packed MMORPG. Who gives a shit? Wow. Look at this. Honestly, I will say for an online game, it does look good. Not as many, there aren't that many online games that truly look great. Because a lot of times it's like, well, we have to sacrifice visual fidelity to get a lot of people in the servers. If we keep going, this game's showcase is going to need a director's cut. I see the trailer for Wu-Tang and I'm still not sure if it exists. Felt that boxing. This is the one I was most excited for. When this was shown off, so this game had the... God, what was the... When this game was shown off, they were like, this isn't a pre-rendered cutscene. Everything, the physics and the graphics are being rendered in real time. So like as the hair reacts to stuff, that's the physics engine working in real time. I think was the selling point on this game is that there's no pre-rendered. It's all like in-game. Looks like it is devs that care. Yeah. With a Wu-Tang. Dude, a Wu-Tang shaped Duke controller, like for the Xbox, that would be awesome. Game looks batshit. I'm excited for this one. Felt that boxing. I'm excited for this. Out of words. Co-op platformer adventure. And it looks... So it's hard to tell sometimes how much of it is like a trick of animation. Like how much of this is actually stop motion. The characters at the very least look stop motion. I don't know about the environments, but the characters at least look very stop motion. It looks very much like oh, what's that? What's that game where you play as Yarny? Unraveled? He plays like the little red yarn guy. Looks very reminiscent of that. Very reminiscent of games like Inside and Limbo. Infinitesimals. Bug game. In this grounded scale adventure, you'll join Captain Ocney in the search for a new home for his people in Infinitesimals from Qubit Studios. Bug game. Play as a little bug guy in a big world. Unraveled also kind of looks like Brother... Oh yeah, Brother Tale of Two Sons. Bug. Bug game. The selling point is that it's a bug game. I have nothing to say about it. I might look at reviews when it comes out. Oh, looking at this, bringing back Mads Mikkelsen as Le Chiffre from Casino Royale. So Casino Royale, the 2006 James Bond movie, is my favorite James Bond movie ever. Probably like my favorite spy movie ever. Played that mission, it was cool. This is so cool. Seeing Le Chiffre. And they're making a 007 game, so that's cool. Wildgate. Crew-based space FPS. This game left no impression on me. Explosions. Explosions in color. None of this. If you told me that this was like a new Overwatch something, I'd believe you. Nothing about this really sticks out to me. I can't tell you what's happening. Get out of here. God, freaking ads. That's the wrong tab. 2 new playable characters people are bitching about because woman and a black man. Oh my god. People need to grow the fuck up. Arc Raiders. I remember the name of the game. Did it leave an impression on me? Is there gameplay? Is there gameplay? No gameplay, so I felt nothing. Deadpool VR. This was such a kick in the dick. To be like, hey, forget Silksong, show my game. Deadpool is such an annoying fucking character to play as in a video game. Like, when he won't shut the fuck up. I don't care that it's Neil Patrick Harris. I hope it's so good those just choke on 47's bald head. This, like, I hope this game does so fucking poorly. I hope this VR... Ah! I didn't want to fucking... No, get out of here. Yeah, I hope this game does so fucking poorly. Red Band, this trailer is not Faint of Heart. Oh, I see. So they just linked it elsewhere. They're not going to show the trailer on their website. Killerin. Alright. Yeah. One night only game of death, deceit, and deduction. Online something or other. Team Cherry might legit need to go into witness protection soon. I'm so glad that I'm not caught up in the Silksong hype. I am genuinely adoring Hollow Knight. I get Hollow Knight now. I'm enjoying Hollow Knight. I'm glad that I'm not, like, dying for Silksong. Alright, here's another one. Wholesome Direct. There was so much shown off. Leaf Blower Company. It's a leaf blower simulator. We're gonna start, like, kind of picking up the pace. It's a leaf blower simulator. The Wholesome Direct had a lot of, like, cute little indie games going on. Instance, this is a picture puzzle game, I think. Kind of telling the story and putting pictures in the correct order. Very, I guess also kind of unpacking. But leaves and probably worse. Story of Seasons. If you've ever played a Story of Seasons game, which I believe used to be, hello? Here we go. Harvest Moon. Story of Seasons used to be Harvest Moon. It's the same as it ever was. Gordlets. Together. Is this like online only? Gordless Together? Yeah, okay. So it's an online little... It's another one of these farming town building sims. But it's online with friends. Luma Island. Here's another one. You build your own little town. Hang out with friends. Go fishing. All of these games are the fucking same. Is this seat taken? I think... Oh, what else did this company make? I recognize this style. It's a cute little puzzle game about seeding little guys. Make room. Oh boy, it's another customization game. No, okay, so there was in the women-led showcase, there was an identical game that was literally just make a cozy little room that you do not interact with other than making a cozy little room. You don't have a little avatar. You don't have a little avatar that can interact with the space. You're just making cozy little rooms. I'm sure this is for somebody, but this is like barely a simulator. This is an experience. This isn't a game. Ambrose, Niflet, and the Gleaned Bell did not leave an impression on me. Miniature-inspired French village. Okay, that's pretty cute. The Apple Bell, whatever an Apple Bell is, has been stolen. Luckily for Apple Bell lovers, renowned detective Ambrose Niflet is on the case. Over the course of Totopes Studios' investigatory adventure, Ambrose okay. Unmasked. Okay, so it's a mystery game. It's a cute little like French village mystery game. doing some detective work. That's cute. That's fine. I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let's build a dungeon. Just build. Wow. Where have I seen literally this art style before? So many of the... Okay, we'll say some of the architecture looks unique. However, it's a dungeon building game. This is the, this is Farming Simulator, but for boys. Just build. No. This is... You know how, like... You know how there was, like, the Polly Pockets, but for boys? How they would just kind of, like, reshape, like, toys that were, like, gendered? Like, G.I. Joe is just Barbies for boys, that kind of thing. This feels like those farming simulators, but for boys. But for boys, in, like, big quotation marks. Because we all know that gendering things like that is bullshit. There's people who enjoy farming games. There's, like, all these games have audiences. Remember the robot hamsters dressed as ninjas? Zuzu pets? You mean the Zuzu pets? Squeak Tross. Home Squeak Home. Oh, it's a Picross game. Okay, it's Picross. Monument Valley 3. It's an isometric. It's a little isometric, platformy puzzle game. It's Monument Valley 3. It's Netflix. For whatever reason, Netflix bought the company that made these games. Big Hops. You get them once they made the boy ones. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know what? This is kind of exactly what I want in like a platformer game. That like that perspective is like just the right amount. Like that looks fine to me. Just take off the plastic armor. Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna write down that other one that seemed interesting to me. Ambrose Niflet. Was there any other ones? Is this seat taken? No. All these look this fucking same to me. Leaf blower. No, okay. Little Kitty Big City. Free update. So, when this game came out, I heard people say that it was fine, it was just too small. Like, people wanted more, which, if people want more of your game, that's not really a bad thing if you leave people wanting more. But they also felt like the price didn't justify the experience. But if there's a big free update coming soon, that's fine. Are you indie gamist? No, I'm not indie gamist. I'm anti-farming sim. Because, like, what was that fucking... Story of Seasons. Story of Seasons is a well-beloved franchise. Not really indie, but it does look the same to me as Gordlets Together, Luma Island. Let's Build a Dungeon. Anyway. Vending Dokkan Cozy Kiosk. Wow. The vending machine simulator. Vending machine simulator? What? Dog, what the fuck? Alright. That's for somebody. Just their spine. Oh, that's a very cute art style. That's a really cute art style. I really like that. Pine Creek Games, December's Wholesome Direct. Again, I don't really think it's for me. It looks very much like Don't Starve, and that's not really for me. But that looks really cute. Tales of the Shire. Oh, look, it's the exact same game, but Lord of the Rings flavored. It's a farming sim where you just hang out It's fine. These games are for people. I don't want to detract from that because these games are for people. And I realize this is literally the wholesome direct, but... yeah. It's the exact same. Farming and cooking and all that. Haunted Paws. Cute little co-op dog game. You get to piss as a dog. Alright. That looks fine. That looks fine. Not super for me. Not super into it. Guardian of Nature. Show me the game. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that art style. Oh, that's beautiful. Interactive, interconnected nature sees players embarking botanical journey. Lovely behatted Henry. All right. Everdeep Aurora. All right. I mean, that's a very like early Game Boy inspired, like more pixels than a Game Boy, but like that color palette feels very early Game Boy Color. I do really like this palette, I'm not gonna lie. It just looks like another what is this, a Metroidvania? If you ever thought Dig Dug would be improved if the protagonist was a cat, that's the selling point. Okay. Cool. Seasonala Cemetery. Peaceful but poignant reflection on life and death, set an expansive living cemetery that changes dynamically based on the system's time and date. Okay. So it's a much more interactive and changing walking sim. Okay. Just kind of hanging out in a cemetery. Camper van, make it home. Show me the game. Show me the game. Okay, it's Pacific Drive, but chill. It's Pacific Drive, but chill. I'm actually kind of into that. Get out of here.
No, don't tell your mother anything.
Shut up, Amazon. Shut up, Lowe's. Whatever ad I'm gonna get, I'm gonna tell them to go fuck. Linked, we already saw Linked. Omelet, you cook. Show me the game. Okay. Cooking game with animal characters. Alright. Not a whole lot in terms of gameplay. I can't really tell what I'm looking at. Omelet inspection. Let's see how you did, chef. So a chicken eating an omelet, huh? Alright. Milano's Odd Job Collection. Known as Milano no Arubaito Collection in Japan. Coming to the West for the first time. Oh, that's cute. Okay, it's just a minigame collection of odd jobs. I gotcha. Fireside Feelings. Again, not really the kind of game not really kind of the game I'm looking for right now. Feels very again like Night in the Woods. Oh, wait. Aren't direct interactions with others, but the goal, according to the developer, is to share experiences, part of a caring community. Okay, so this is an online game where you share... I could see how that could be therapeutic. It's an online game, you're not directly interacting with people, but you share kind of your own personal... I can see how there would have to be a lot of monitoring going on, because I can see this quickly turning into some problematic trauma dumping, or at the very least shit posting. People just shit posting in the fireside chat. Anyway. All Will Rise. Narrative courtroom deck builder. Just like that other one where it's like, oh, you get to debate monsters and save magic. That doesn't sound interesting to me. Two debating card builders. Gecko Gods. That's just like a little dude. Wait, that's just a little dude. Light puzzles. Wall walking. That looks pretty cute. That looks pretty cute. One move away. Oh, it's another moving game. Okay. Very unpacking, very moving out. Okay. Heidi's Legacy. Back in my day, we didn't have a debate with cards. We'd beat the shit out of each other with them. Exactly. Is this another herding game? Or maybe a crafter? Ah, fuck off. So tired of crafting. Get out of here. Alright, that looks really chill. I get that this is the wholesome direct, and not everything in here is for me. I think it's at least worth pointing out, like, hey, these games exist. If you're interested in anything you see, check it out for yourself. Like, I highly recommend if people see anything they're interested in to check it out. Hotel Galactic, you're responsible for running a modular hotel. Okay. Fun little animal characters. Okay, yeah, so it's just taking care of a hotel. Gotcha. Lots of crafting, lots of resource management. Out and about. Oh, we already saw out and about. Discounty. I feel like we've already seen 3 games today that look like this. Did we already see Discounty? Expand Empire, Filthy Rich. Okay. Sure. Islanders New Shores. Wow. This sure looks like an idle game. Building up a city and like, oh, come back tomorrow and collect your coins. Not super into it. Collector's Cove. Again, another farming simulator, but this one's on a boat. All right. Oh, it's got like a big Nessie creature. All right. Town to City. This one looks exactly the same, but in a new style. Building a city. Fishbowl. Coming of age tale told over the course of a month. Developer I Miss My Friends the studio describes it as a warm and cozy story about living in isolation, nurturing friendships, and understanding grief. Cash what? I don't know what that is. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, I did see that earlier. Too bad I hate Crash Bandicoot, like really bad. Too bad I absolutely despise Crash Bandicoot. I love Spyro. I love Jak and Daxter. I love Ratchet and Clank. I love Sly Cooper. I love all of these 3D mascot platformers. I despise the Bandersnatch. All right, that's wholesome direct done. Time for the Xbox showcase. Don't worry, we'll try and Black Ops 7. Christ, why are there so many? I actually just bought some games this morning. I'll find them later. Bandersnatch is so fucking funny. Yeah, Crunch Bundersnatch. It's Crunch Bundersnatch. Anyway, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 because we fucking needed that, I guess. Hollow Knight Silksong doubles down on 2025. Yeah, it is going to be released on the Xbox Ally X, which is a handheld that was announced. Xbox announced they're partnering with ROG for an Xbox version of the Ally X, a handheld that's already out. And Silksong is going to be a launch title on that. What the fuck, we just got 6? That's the thing! New Call of Duty every fucking year. Whatever you buy, it doesn't matter. Because Call of Duty's just gonna keep fucking making them. Which is why I miss old Call of Duty, back when the stories were at least competent, back when the level design was good. God, I miss the favelas of Modern Warfare 2. I miss you, favelas. I miss you, No Russian. Anyway, they did say that it's not going to be launching on the same day. Like, it's not launching alongside the ROX, or the ROG Ally, but it will be on the Ally X. Except the decal existing handle, so there, now shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be more than that. Like, they're gonna put Game Pass on there, like, as an app to launch on the Ally X. It's gonna have more Xbox compatibility than I think people give it credit for, but it is just pre-existing hardware. It's pre-existing hardware that they're just stuffing new software into, absolutely. Phil Spencer teases Forza, Fable, Gears of War, maybe even Halo. Okay, yeah, so basically he said, hey, next year, you know all of those Xbox games that we don't care about anymore? Maybe Xbox games. I'd be excited for a Fable. Final Fantasy VII Remake is, and Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, so a bunch of Final Fantasies are moving over to, oh yeah, this winter, 7 Remake, and then Final Fantasy 16 is already out. The Xbox news for this month? Oh yeah, I've got don't worry, I have that tab open. Don't worry. I found one not from Bloomberg. So Risen in the Discord server. If people watching this on YouTube are interested, there is a Discord server, and feel free to post gaming news that you find over there, and I'll talk about it when the time comes. I'm just going to post the Discord server right now for anybody interested. It's truly boxing with X. Yeah, so there's other Microsoft news going on this month. Good news. Invincible Versus fighting game trailer, 3v3 co-op. Are you older than 17? Access denied. This content is age resistant. Didn't I just click yes? Whatever. There's a new Invincible fighting game coming out, and supposedly Skybound is still working on a world fucking premiere. Nice. Yeah, Skybound is still working on a big, like, grand, like, magnum opus, Invincible game. Persona 4 Remake. Cool. Can we have an open world? That'd be insane. That's a different thing they're working on. I like 3v3 shooters. Did you get the newest news? Xbox lead said that Xbox hardware is dead? Did not get that. Please feel free to find an article and share. I'm just going to open up the links tab in the Discord server and wait for that. Animo lets players transform into Pokemon-like creatures in bubbly gameplay trailer. Where's the gameplay trailer? Oh well. Age of Mythology Retold. DLC, I guess, for Age of Mythology Retold. Shut up. I'm tired of having to mute you. Alright, I will open that one once we're done with this one. Persona 4 Remake, those cowards make it more gay. They're never going to. Mudong 2 Hearts trailer revealed. Alright. First trailer revealed a story-driven game with action, horror, and stealth elements. There are no ghosts at the grand trailer. Yeah, and good, like, first-person mystery game. I'd be interested in this one, being honest. No ghosts at the grand. I'd be interested in that. Aphelion. Okay. It's another Don't Nod game. It's another Don't Nod game. Don't worry, everybody. Don't Nod is still making games. Don't worry, everyone. Clockwork Revolution. Oh yeah, this is by In Exile. Yeah. This feels so dated immediately. Like, steampunk has been out of vogue for so long. I want to be excited for this, but it just feels like a game that would have been popular 15 years ago. Like, if this was announced in 2010, it would go fucking crazy. Kronos the New Dawn. Oh, new Bloober Team game. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. I liked Silent Hill 2 Remake. Come on, Bloober Team, make good games. Grounded 2. It's probably like Grounded 1 if I really had to guess. If you really had to twist my arm and come up with an idea for Grounded 2, I would say it's kind of like Grounded 1. Wait, what the fuck? That looks ugly. But then that looks fine. Ugly? Fine. Yeah, Grounded 2. Spiritfare's new follow-up, Thunder Lotus's... Spiritfare's developer, Thunder Lotus, At Fate's End. God, these games look so stylish. I just got Spiritfarer, and I'm kind of excited to give it a shot. Grounded 2 looks like 1. What the fuck? Exactly. You forgot. They're creatively bankrupt. Beast of Reincarnation is a Game Freak game coming to PC and console. I think this one surprised all of us. Game Freak has been phoning it in with Pokemon for so long and just been raking in the money that they're actually able to afford making a game that looks good instead of a Pokemon game. That's crazy. Look at how good this game... Pokemon could look like this. Pokemon could actually look good. Instead of a Pokemon game that looks like... So there were 4 Pokemon games for the Switch. 4. There were 5 Pokemon games for the Switch that I can think of. Sword and Shield, Scarvi, Legends Arceus, Legends ZA, and Pokemon Unite. They all look the fucking same. The Switch has been out since, what, 2017? The Switch has been out for 8 years, and Pokemon games still look the same. There's been no visual, like innovation for Pokemon in 8 years. It all looks the fucking same. They can actually cook. I wonder who's messing up the kitchen then. Just can't imagine. So they cut over, like, I think it was like over 100 features that were supposed to be in Gen 7, the last 3DS Pokemon game. They cut like 100 features because they were like, it's... Producers on Pokemon literally said, it doesn't matter because it's Pokemon. It will sell. We don't have to try. Release different flavors until cashing in the checks because they already have a winning formula. Look, shut up. On Double Fine. I like Double Fine. I am genuinely so excited for Keeper. Look at this game. Look at how beautiful this game is. Look at this. Look at it. Walking Lighthouse. I love you, Double Fine. Your shit goes crazy. Keeper. I love Double Fine games. You never know what to expect. Game looks nuts. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle DLC. I haven't finished Indiana Jones and the Great Circle yet, so maybe I'll play the DLC once it comes out. God, my voice is starting to go. We might not, looking at the time, we might not be able to get to God of War today. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3-4 launch trailer highlights Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Doom content. Yep. It's a remaster, or it's a remake with new content. Yeah, I got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle free with my new graphics card. Yeah, you can play as Michelangelo. Ah! Wait, Anthony Hawk! I'd be terrified if I lived if I lived in a pinball machine and I looked up and God was Tony Hawk, I'd be horrified. Ninja Gaiden 4. It probably plays like Ninja Gaiden. Super Meat Boy 3D. I actually missed this one. I missed this announcement trailer. Oh, it's still a 2D game. Oh, it's kind of 2D. Okay, it's 3D in the same way that like Super Mario 3D World was. Like, it's still very much inspired by a lot of the 2D elements of its predecessor. Yeah, probably not for me. I'm not a fan of Meat Boy. It's cool that that franchise is still alive, though. Sea of Thieves Season 17. Season 17 of Sea of Thieves. Let Rare make something else, please. Let Rare make something else. Here it is. Access denied. It's the... Yeah. ROG Xbox Ally X. Me when the race war begins and I have to kill Tony Hawk. Yeah, and it's it looks like, I want to say it's Wesley Snipes. I want to say it's Wesley Snipes holding the gun, and then Tony Hawk retweets that, and it's like, thanks for the hesitation at least, I guess. Thanks for hesitating at least, I guess. Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. The third in the Plague Tale franchise. I wonder if it's got rats in it. I wonder if this game got rats in it. I wonder if this game got rats in it like Plague Tale. High on Life 2. Wait, I also no. No. Squanch Games is coming back in a full-on sequel to its popular comedy shooter. No. Squanch Games, how are you still around? Outer Worlds 2 release date. Okay. Outer Worlds 2. Ended up deleting it without playing it for space. I feel that way on some games. I definitely feel like there's some games that I've done that with, where I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. Like Plague Tale Innocence and then Requiem. I don't think it was specifically those games, but I definitely can relate. Look, Expedition 33. Okay. Let's open up this new news article. Xbox hardware is dead, says founding team member. It looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. One of the original founding members of Xbox, Laura Fryer, believes the firm's hardware ambitions are dead. In a new video in which Fryer reflects on her time shipping the OG Xbox and 360, she recalls the company's current roadmap chaos. Or she calls the company's current roadmap chaos and asks, is the flashy new ROG Ally the real deal? And ponders what the future may hold for the Xbox going forward. There's literally no reason to buy this handheld. Obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with where things are today. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead. Damn. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Partner with a different company to, like, make the hardware because you can't ship your own hardware anymore. It's just like a sunk... you're just, like, sinking money. Yeah, no, that makes sense, honestly. It sucks to hear it, like, come from one of the founders of Xbox, but... I feel like we kind of been new, even though they said there will be another Xbox generation. I don't think so. already fucked themselves with the Series S. Yeah, making things have to be compatible with the Series S so that the Series X suffers. Anyway. PlayStation State of Play for June 2025. Everything revealed. There's the 007 game. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting kind of hot and my brain is kind of fried. And my voice is starting to hurt. But yeah, look. 007. He's so young. Xbox Series S can't even use its technically more powerful hardware. Nope. Can't use it. Here we go. This is the Marvel game that I was thinking of. I'm not gonna lie, half of these designs are ass. Half of these designs are ass. I don't like Star-Lord's design. I think Star-Lord's design is kind of ass. Spider-Man's is okay. Doctor Doom is just Doctor Doom. You can't really fuck up Doctor Doom. Anyway. You see the second picture? Hang on. God damn. That's a cool design. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's a cool design. No exclusives, doesn't use its hardware, and now they've raised the prices. Xbox, man, what the fuck? Yeah, I think Xbox is slowly exiting the console market. Yeah, I think this game looks fun. I just don't love all the designs, if I'm being honest. Not a huge fan of all the designs. Let's see if we can get a... Yeah, Miss Marvel just looks like Miss Marvel. Nothing really spectacular. Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a classic design. There's not a whole lot... Like, they could have easily messed it up, but they didn't. I don't like Star-Lord. Captain America looks too bulky to me. Like, Captain America looks like he's wearing armor when he shouldn't. He should look like he's just already muscular, and he looks like he's wearing armor. I don't hate the Gundam-inspired Iron Man design. It just feels a little gimmicky to me. I like Storm. I like Spider-Man. 3 of them are good, and 2 of them are because they didn't change anything. Yeah. They didn't change the Doctor Doom design, and that works. They didn't really change the Miss Marvel design, and Miss Marvel's design, like, already works fine. But Captain America, eh. Oh, 2 of those 3. Gotcha. Yeah, like, I don't hate Spider-Man. I really like Storm's design. Storm's design's pretty good to me. This Ghost Rider design is kind of nothing, if I'm being honest. Like, he's dressed for the slide, I will say. Ghost Rider is dressed for the slide. My problem with that is he's already dead. Ghost Rider doesn't need to dress for the slide. He can dress for the ride. Spider-Man is hard to fuck up. I don't know. There's been some fucked up Spider-Man. Not every suit in the Spider-Man video game hits. There are some bad Spider-Man outfits. Silent Hill F. Let's go, Silent Hill F. Just Super Skrull, and I'm sad to see Skrull go. We're gonna see Miss Marvel a lot. Super Skrull for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, yeah. I'm so excited for Silent Hill F, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so fucking excited. Sorry, I'm in fighting game brain. All good. Just know that we have now moved on from that. Like, you can keep thinking about fighting game stuff, but, like, we're scrolling. We're scrolling. Now we're talking about Silent Hill. And I'm excited for Silent Hill F. I'm probably going to get this day 1. Full disclosure, I might get this day 1. Final Fantasy Tactics. People love Final Fantasy Tactics. Still waiting on the spectacular Spider-Man suit, Insomniac. Remember, they're making Wolverine. I mean, maybe after Wolverine. I mean, there were supposed to be other Spider-Man games, but then that big Insomniac leak, and I'm so fucking mad about whoever leaked all that shit. But here you are bringing up scrolling. Alright. People like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Does this do anything for people? I'm assuming that this looks good. Ooh, ow. Yeah, my throat's pretty thrashed. There's only a handful of articles left, so we'll just kind of Neo 3. Wow, more Neo. Who could have guessed? It probably looks exactly just like Neo. Yep, that's just Neo. All right. Bro, I said it was a prank. I tweeted my apology to everyone that I got the game. How dare you? Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I'm probably gonna play the original Snake Eater before I play this remake, but I am pretty excited for this remake. Ape Escape. Monkey Time. I think we should learn how to fucking laugh, but I guess we don't like jokes anymore. Ghost of Yotei is getting a special state of play in July. I'm excited for Ghost of Yotei. I'm legitimately so excited for Ghost of Yotei. I love Erika Ishii. I think they're so fun in everything they do. I'm excited to see them in a very dramatic role. They've done a couple dramatic things, like a couple short films that I've seen, but I'm genuinely excited to see a full dramatic performance from them in Ghost of Yotei. But he's been streaming his playthroughs of basically every Final Fantasy game, and I'ma be real, he's at 9 now, and I think half of them have looked ass and unfun. I'm amazed they've made so many games. 6, 9... I remember 8 was really controversial when it came out. 8 was a little railroady. I really liked 6 and 9. Final Fantasy 1 wasn't really what the game would become. Hemorrhages money. So Final Fantasy 1, I feel like, is definitely a product of its time. Final Fantasy 2 sort of gets on the right track. 3, I think, is what introduces the job system, which is what a lot of Final Fantasy games like pivoted to. Like 3 is kind of where it starts hitting their stride, or maybe I'm thinking of 4. I really don't remember a lot from like 3, 4, and 5, if I'm being honest. Those are kind of blurs in my brain, because I played those games like when I was a child, and like I played them kind of interchangeably. I don't remember a lot of the differences between 3, 4, and 5. Really like 6, really like 9. Definitely becomes a tech demo from that point on. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is very impressive for the time, but I don't love Final Fantasy 7 the way other people do. It has like a couple really cool story beats, but once you know those really cool story beats, it doesn't have a whole lot to offer. If you told me Final Fantasy VII Remake caused the current value of the Japanese yen, I'd believe it. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff, even though it definitely like is a different beast at this point. My partner swears by Final Fantasy 15. I haven't played 16. Haven't played 14 or 11, the online ones. Haven't played 12 yet. Never played 10. I think my dad has 10. I might be able to borrow Final Fantasy 10 from my dad. Honestly, at this point, I'd get 10 and 10 too, and just play those real life and put it on a disc. Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. I remember not being super jazzed that they released the trilogy as like 3 separate games, because Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 were on multiple discs, and those all released as one package. I'm just saying. But yeah, I really liked, like, Final Fantasy 6, I think, is the golden standard, if I'm being honest. Final Fantasy 9, I remember really liking the style, and that did a lot of heavy lifting for me. Final Fantasy 9's art style did a lot of heavy lifting for me. If you really embraced it for the first time and started with 13, you know, maybe I will play Final Fantasy 13. They're pretty like, that's the cool thing about Final Fantasies. You don't have to start with 1. Anyway, I'm excited for Ghost of Yotei. Astrobot gets updates, and I've played all of them. I love you, Astrobot. Oh yeah, a new Lumines game, a new Luminous, whatever this game is pronounced. A new one of these. Lumines is Luminines. Luminines. Yeah, I remember that franchise. It's getting a new one. Pragmata remerges with a gameplay trailer and a release for Windows. Show me. Show me gameplay. That looks really generic. I am not super jazzed about guy in a suit. Oh, child has superpowers. That's kind of fun. The Yoda child on your back has superpowers. That's kind of fun. I don't mind that, actually. Cult following over the years is the only one with the auto battle feature. What generic do you want? Yes. Well, so like there is some cool stuff here. I'm seeing that like enemies have specific weak points you gotta aim for, which isn't unique, but like that's a nice touch. A lot of times it would just be like, oh, hit enemy. So you don't actually have to play and you can watch. Just what I want for my video game. Thief is back as a VR game. I remember seeing this and being not very thrilled, or at least didn't care. I hope it works. That's all I can ask for a VR game. Hope it works. We doing an escort mission, baby. Romeo is a dead man. This is from, I wonder... Okay, it doesn't mention it here. But, yeah, there's like all this crazy ultra-violent science fiction. Yeah, sure. Show me the credits. Show me the people behind the game. Romeo is a dead man. Look at all these creative people. Talking vest. You have a talking shirt. Grasshopper Manufacture is the developer. Created by Suda51 and Ren Yamazaki. I don't know that name as well, but this is Suda51's new game. I'm excited to see what this is about. Romeo is a dead man. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. If you like your classic Mortal Kombats before Ed Boon started rewriting everything. It's Mortal Kombat, baby. It's Mortal Kombat, baby. There he is. Is that Ed Boon right there? I think that's him right there. Anyway. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna click on the thing to watch it, but look, PlayStation has their own fight stick pad. Fight pad. I know these as pads, but I guess they're called fight sticks. They stopped updating MK1 after a year and I didn't even play MK1. Yeah, so this is cool for somebody. It's a fight stick, and it just kind of looks like a PS5. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Okay, it's a Ninja Gaiden game with a more retro style. Very fluid animations. I think I'm not a Ninja Gaiden fan, but that looks really fluid. I do like how this animation looks. Just not for me. Yeah, all right. Bloodstained, trailer gone. It's a new Bloodstained game. Tides of Tomorrow. If I wanted one, I could get one pretty cheap on Amazon for about the same quality. Probably. Alright. Be officially released. Reimagined. Aims to reimagine multiplayer storytelling by letting your choices impact the other players' journeys. Fable 3 already did this. Like 12 years ago, Fable already did this. I remember so specifically playing Fable 3 with a friend of mine, and he was doing all of the good options because he wanted the angel ending. Fable 3 is quite a long game, or at the very least, a lot of hours you got to put into it. Right as he was about to finish the game and you get the ending where it's like, oh, here's your angel wings, or oh, here's your devil wings for Fable 3. I did a evil thing, and he got the evil wings, and I got the angelic wings, because, I don't know, I got the angelic wings, but I killed people. I killed people, and I got the angel wings, he got the devil wings. Sword of the Sea. That sure looks like one of those games where you go around, going around. There sure are a lot of these nowadays. I'm not entirely sure what the objective is, but you're just kind of chilling. Sure, a lot of games like this nowadays. Sea of Remnants. Constantly adding parkour to games, but if you must add, just add a fucking grappling hook. Can they have a game that hasn't been improved by one? True. This doesn't look bad. I like this style. I like this very sharp style. Ocean adventure, RPG sim, survival, building, turn-based. Oh. Lots of things in there I'm not a fan of. Well, turn-based is fine. Strategy is bad. Survival building sounds bad. Sim sounds bad. Anyway. Oh, more Cairn. Never mind. That's just more Cairn. Cairn got shown everywhere over that week, huh? A new Digimon game. And you know what? It could literally be... It could literally play any way. I have no expectations for Digimon games. What the fuck am I looking at? What? That is so many systems. What the fuck are Digimon games? Anyway, if you like Digimon, there's that. Everybody's Golf. Everybody's Golf. Again, as a lifelong PlayStation fan, I have a very soft spot for Everybody's Golf. This is a console exclusive golf franchise on the PlayStation. The PSP ones were really good. Hot Shots Golf on the PSP. Digimon is Kingdom Hearts for Pokemon people. I thought Dream Drop Distance was Kingdom Hearts for Pokemon people. It's a fucking golf game, but I might get it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a golf game, but I might get it. I have a soft spot for Everybody's Golf. Baby steps. That's Pokemon for Kingdom Hearts people. Gotcha. Oh yeah, it's QWOP. This is just a weird QWOP game. Alright. Digimon, I'm so happy that I missed Digimon, because like outside looking in, it's weird. Coming from somebody who's a fan of a lot of weird shit, I look at Digimon like, I don't get it. I mean, I guess I do get it. I guess I do get Digimon. It's just not, I just haven't been indoctrinated yet. Death Stranding 2 is here. Alright, that's the end of that article. Death Stranding 2 is here. New Ubisoft game. Shutting down permanently in 48 hours. Yes, we're gonna take a break from the... Actually, I think that's the last showcase. That's the last showcase. You grew up immediately after the tech boom that inspired it, like literally? Yeah. And you'll be indoctrinated right away. Only Keychain Electronics. Yeah, I missed the, something tried to go down the wrong pipe. Yeah. We are done with the showcases from Summer Games. XDefiant. Who remembers XDefiant? I don't remember XDefiant. XDefiant is shutting down. Buy XDefiant. which was released last year only to delist the same year. And on June 3rd, the servers went offline. Technology is maybe actually just magic. Coders are wizards, but are tired. Yeah, so that's literally the whole article, that Ubisoft released a game. It didn't do well. Again, this is just one of 1,000 live service games that aren't doing well, because people have their live service games. People have their live service games, right? So they didn't need another one. Of course it's getting shut down. Speaking of which, Sony recommits to live service games, says that Marathon won't suffer from Concord's fate. But Concord, as we talked about last time, has gone through 1,000,001 fucking issues. Failure Concord reported struggles with fair game, $. Sony is pushing and committing to make more live service games. Stop. They had one. Helldivers 2. They had one, and then they fucked it up. And then they fucked it up by saying you need a PlayStation account. And then like half the world can't make PlayStation accounts. So then they said, okay, delist the game from those countries. And then a year later, they said, actually, you don't need a PlayStation account for Helldivers 2. And then put Helldivers 2 back up. Sony, why are you bad? Sony, why are you stupid? Sony, why are you like this? God damn it. Sony. They're doubling down. Herman Hulse said that recently during a business presentation in which he also commented on the company's next big live service game, Bungie's Marathon, he feels optimistic that it won't suffer the same fate as Concord. The thing is, I just want a new Marathon game. Not this. Not this. I want a real new Marathon game. Sony management makes sweet loved drill bit to their temples? Probably. Yeah, so in the same breath that one company is like, damn, live service games ain't what they used to be, Sony says, put it all on red. Put it all on red. Why are they using switch guns? So that's the thing. I think this game has a really fun art style. And half of the art style was lifted from other people's work unpaid. Like, that was the whole thing we talked about last time, the stolen art. Like, literally just stolen assets that I think have been removed. But, like, those are the Switch colors. Oh, I know. Believe me, that was not lost on me. And this bright yellow, there are Switch controllers that are this bright yellow. That was not lost on me. But, like, I don't want this. I don't want an extraction shooter, Sony. Give me a just good first-person shooter Marathon game. Marathon is such a unique franchise. Anyway. Sony removes PC region locks from major PlayStation games on Steam. Here is some good news. Sony is finally lifting region restrictions on its biggest PlayStation games for PC following the massive debut of Stellar Blade on Steam. Games like God of War, Spider-Man 2, Last of Us 2 Remastered have all been basically freed from region locking. Thank you, Nightbot. Sony had quietly put region locks in place, blocking people in large parts of Africa, Asia, and South America from enjoying some of the biggest single-player games, even though those titles don't require any PlayStation account online information or online features. The backlash was huge. Players called the move unfair, especially since many of these games didn't need an internet connection or any special login. Yeah, so all these great single-player games, Sony had locked behind region restrictions. Sony has since lifted that. They shouldn't have been there in the first place, but hey, Sony, this is okay. I am not going to say that Sony, oh, good on you, Sony. Good job, Sony. Sony did a good thing. This one thing that Sony did, good. Anyway, something bad. Microsoft planning major Xbox layoffs next week. Next week being June 24th. This week? Maybe this week? You fucked up, did one thing good, so meh. Microsoft is planning to cut jobs in the company's company's Xbox gaming business as early as next week. First reported on Notepad earlier this month, Microsoft was planning Xbox layoffs potentially by the end of the month. So originally, Risen had sent the Bloomberg report, but Bloomberg says you need a subscription to their newspaper. So I just found a The Verge article. Yeah, it's estimated to be in the hundreds of employees, by the way. These latest layoffs will be in addition to the 6,000 cuts Microsoft made in May, on top of more than 300 impact earlier this month too. Any major Xbox cuts in the latest in a series of big gaming-related layoffs in the past 18 months laid off 1,900 Activision, Blizzard, and Xbox employees in January 2024, and then in May 2024, the company closed several game studios, including Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks and Redfall developer Arcane Austin. Microsoft also laid off 650 more Xbox employees in September, and also cut around 1,000 employees from the HoloLens and Azure Cloud teams in June of last year. Xbox is hemorrhaging employees. Xbox is doing so bad right now, which I think goes hand in hand with them cutting hardware. Have you got the Stop Killing Games update on the list? I do not. Can you send that one real quick? Please feel free to send that one. I have not heard about the Stop Killing Games update. So yeah, Microsoft is hemorrhaging employees. I don't know how many people they can get rid of. Anyway, we have another article here. Sports betting. Sports betting sponsors now allowed for League of Legends and Valorant esports teams. Oh boy. Oh boy. Isn't this such a great idea? Pretty soon we're going to have sports gambling in our FanDuels and our DraftKings. Can't wait until Xbox just has enough to create Pandemic to Electric Boogaloo in order to foster unnatural growth. Probably. Days after crowning a new champion of the VCT Masters Toronto Tournament, Riot Games has issued a statement explaining a new policy that will open up betting as a sponsorship category for Valorant and League of Legends teams. Yeah, so that's something that's allowed now. Yeah, there's a tweet with the update. At Riot, we've always believed that building the future of esports means investing in a sustainable ecosystem, not just for today, but for the long run. That's why we're focused on supporting the players, teams, and the fans who fuel it all. Gambling. We love gambling. So that's the last article I had, that sports betting is now allowed in esports, or as esports sponsors. But Risen has sent a new article. Continue without supporting. I'm not turning my ad block off. Alright. Stop Killing Games initiative marks 721,000 signatures ahead of July 31st deadline. Keep games alive even after support ends. The only thing I could find that doesn't go out of its way to talk about the Pirate Software controversy with the Stop Killing Games movement. That's fair. With a month left to go, Ross Scott's Stop Killing Games campaign European Citizens Initiative has amassed 721,000 signatures as of this article's publishing. This has also been a boon to the campaign, as since our last coverage on Stop Killing Games, the number of signatures the initiative has gathered has languished quite a bit and only recently has gained momentum thanks to coverage by social media influencers and the like. Would it be cool if it does something? Yeah, if it does something. I remember my issue with this. I remember when this all started and a little bit on the fucking Pirate Software bullshit. I agree a lot with the idea of Stop Killing Games, you know, but so real quick, I think it has a little bit here, but so Stop Killing Games is an initiative to make games that are online playable once servers go offline. Put them in a playable state to be played So I'm getting into that. I'm getting into that. So Pirate Software basically went on a whole rant about Stop Killing Games and how it's an unfair expectation for online developers, which I can understand. I'm not a developer, but I understand the perspective of saying, hey, we built an online infrastructure. This game is not built to play offline. We would have to completely rebuild the infrastructure of the game to play offline. I think that crunch needs to stop, and I think that both things need to be built into the infrastructure of games, because I hate online-only games. I really do hate online-only experiences. So build something into the infrastructure of the game that makes both, you know? It's an online game, and then when servers go offline, it's still playable. Because paying $60, $70 for a game that you won't have access to in 10 years is not fair to the consumer. Guess what kind of game Pirate Software is currently developing? So, yeah, like, I see... Here's the thing. I see both sides, but Pirate Software, Thor, just kind of has he says things... The problem is, I do agree with a lot of the things he says. He just says it in a holier-than-thou way. He just has such a snobbish way of, like, presenting himself. And so it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but, like... Can you at least show a little bit of, like, empathy, or at least, like, try and bridge the gap with the people you're having this debate with, instead of just saying, like, this is fucking stupid and I'm not going to engage with this? It's like, okay, but, like, they're trying something. You know, this is for consumers. That's hard. You are providing a product. Yeah, and I mean, there is stuff in the terms of service that you agree to when you buy an online game. When you buy an online game, there's always a terms of service. And in the terms of service, it says that at any point, at any time, they reserve the right to just turn the game off. Or in some cases, they'll even say, hey, we will give you 1 month's heads up. We will give you a month of heads up before we turn the servers off. Sometimes they'll say shit like that. Sometimes that's in the TOS. So yeah, my problem with the Ross Scott thing is part of what he was saying when it comes to this legislation is he was saying, oh, this will be an easy thing to pass to put the onus on game developers. This will be an easy thing to pass because legislators don't care about video games. I don't like the idea of trying to sell somebody. Like, I like video games. You like video games. We can agree video games are cool and awesome. But if I'm trying to sell you on this thing that could help video games, that could help consumers, and I say, hey, aren't video games also kind of lame? They think video games are lame. Video games are lame. They're not going to care about this because video games are lame. They're going to pass it right through. That sounds lame. Like, you as a person, Ross Scott sounded lame saying that. It's one of the extinct second-party branches. I miss you co-op games. Co-op-only games are making a comeback. There were like 3 or 4 co-op-only games that were featured at the Summer Games Showcase, like everything we just went through. There were some co-op-only games that were shown off. I wouldn't be as mad at Pirate Software if he didn't literally have a passion project early access game that hasn't touched in a year besides a single update is like 100 kilobytes. So Steam wouldn't flag it as abandonware. Jesus. It does feel a little like, don't look at my own shit, I'm gonna point at your shit. It does feel a little bit like that. I don't know. Again, I'm not a developer. I can't speak to how developers live. I can't speak to developer passion. But I can speak as an artist and as a consumer that, like, he got the bag, and then became the thing I hate the most. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get too into the Pirate Software stuff. Like, that's... I'm not... I don't subscribe to any of his stuff. I've never played his game. It's just, I'm not really engaging with that. But for Stop Killing Games, the whole initiative basically says, hey, let's try and get legislation passed in the EU that says that game developers need to have these systems in place to protect consumers, so it's not just, hey, we'll pay you money for a limited time experience. We want to be paid for a product we can keep, is the idea. I can speak as a dev and an artist, and customer service helps me hear a salesman more. And customer service helps me hear a salesman more than anything. But do I get to smooch Candy Kong in the new Bonanza? I don't think so. I don't think you get to smooch Candy Kong. Only one way to find out, and that's to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 that bricks. Oh, here's something I read last night that I didn't bring. Okay, real quick. Here's something that makes me say, God, I fucking hate Nintendo, that I read yesterday. Somebody had the online username of TwinkLink on their Switch 2. Nintendo didn't like that, so they bricked their Switch 2, which means they had no access to online features, including online multiplayer, including the online store, and they could no longer access any of their online digital purchases. That's bullshit. They asked Nintendo's customer service line, and the person was like, look, I'm not attached to the username TwinkLink. I will change my username, like, if that's the issue. I would, like, hey Nintendo, if you don't like the name TwinkLink, why would you allow me to use the name TwinkLink and then perma-ban me and brick my Switch 2? That's bullshit. Fuck you, Nintendo. But Nintendo was like, hey, yeah, it's just a username. We'll send this up the chain. Nintendo cannot override their bricking. Nintendo cannot override their own bans. The guy didn't include his story when he was running an MIG card. I understand now. 200k powered mini refrigerators. Okay, no, that was not included in the story that I read. That makes a lot more sense. But something else Nintendo said was, which is also something I don't agree with. Nintendo's response was basically, hey, we can't, like, we can't unbrick your Switch. Sell it at GameStop, or just sell it and use the money to buy a new one from us. And the response has basically been like, hey, if you sell a bricked Switch secondhand, will it still work for the next person? And Nintendo said that's not our problem. Which, fair, but also that feels scummy. But no, if he was also attempting to jailbreak the Switch 2, okay, yeah, not entirely on Nintendo. But it's like, hey, if I sell this Switch, we can't fix it, neither can you. Yeah, no, fucking Nintendo. And that guy, I mean, I get jailbreaking your stuff. Like, that is a risk that you take on yourself, you know? Like, I'm not condoning it, and I'm also not gonna, like, oh, that's bad, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't jailbreak your hardware, think about the developers of that hardware, think about the big companies. I'm not that kind of person. We all know I'm not that kind of person. But that's a risk you take on yourself. He gambled. Anyway, require publishers that sell licensed video game to consumers in the European Union. Anyone also who's played games over the years will know the feeling certain games coming unplayable due to servers. Yeah, okay, so it's just up. It's gotten a lot of traction, and I mean, I don't think this would be a bad thing to put in front of legislators. It gets a conversation going. If you put this in front of legislators, regardless of what it does, I'm hoping a conversation starts. Getting caught doing that, and then, like, then calling Nintendo. Christ. When Nintendo, very aware of it. I don't know. I mean, that's on him. That's on him. I was in that thread. Basically, everyone's reaction was like, this seems extreme, even for Nintendo. Are you not including something? And he eventually cracked under pressure and admitted he was trying to get Tears of the Kingdom Pirated Edition to run on his Switch 2. Dog. What a fucking guy. Nintendo fan of all time. All right, that's everything I had. That's everything I had for today. We've been going for like 4 hours. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna post all of this in the Discord server. Pro mod, supremely anti-Nintendo, but like them's the rules. Yeah. Too close to the mushroom. Yeah, and they made like modding stuff on PC super easy. Anyway, that's all I have. My voice is thrashed, so I'm gonna get out of here. No God of War today, unfortunately. Tomorrow, Kingdom Hearts 2 Proud Mode, and then Thursday, Borderlands 3 Melee only. Good time, great time. Just don't tell Nintendo you've been having fun in a way they didn't intend. Exactly. You're only allowed to have fun in the way Nintendo wants you to have fun. Nintendo could never make Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is beloved by so many people, and it's, you know, one of the most popular games ever. Nintendo could never make Minecraft, because that would require giving the player a level of agency and freedom that Nintendo hates. Only how Nintendo? True. All right, yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching this, Hatsune Miku makes Minecraft. If you're watching this live on Twitch, I want to thank people for hanging out. It is the first of the month, meaning there's new shirts at the shop. We've got a Yakuza trilogy of shirts, a Like a Dragon trilogy of shirts. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I really like how the Ichiban shirt turned out. I like how all these really turned out. But yeah, new shirts over at the shop, kind of a scratchy hand-drawn look to them. And then I went over them in a digital, like I took these into like a digital space, and I was like, I inked over them. Really happy with how these turned out. Really happy with how these turned out. The Pride shirts are also still here. Don't worry, the Pride shirts are not going anywhere. We still have the Pride cats. Rest in Peace shirt I'm repping today. Bionicle. Rest in peace. The Migraine collection, public domain. We have all of the Paradise shirts. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Balls. Can't Spell Bible Without BBL. Dungeons and Dragons and Drinking and Driving and Dining and Dashing and Dodging and Diners and Drivers and Dives. All that good stuff. The box, yeah. Tons of shirts over on the shop. New shirts every month. There's also the Discord server that votes on the games that I play. There's the Instagram, which is just like really the only social media that I use, and I might open it like once a week, but it's there. But yeah, good time, great time. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This took a lot longer than I thought it did, but there were a lot of things shown off at the Summer Game Showcase. If anything that you saw today, even briefly as I was skimming through it and saying that's not for me, if you like the farming simulator games, I highly recommend you check out the Cozy Games. What was it called? Everything's shown off at Wholesome. The Wholesome Direct that showed off all the Wholesome games. If any of those piqued your interest, check them out. Like I said, everything here will be linked in the Discord server. So if you want to find any of those lists again, find any games that you might have missed out on, please absolutely feel free to. I'm gonna get out of here. Be good, be kind, treat people the way that you would want to be treated, and I'll catch you in the next one.